Okay, so I guess we're in a new season of um Infinity Nikki. It looks like it. It looks like we're in a new season. So either way, hello everyone. Welcome back to my stream. We have no makeup on today. No makeup. And I can explain why. This past week I was actually dealing with a sty on like the very tail end of my eyeball, and it got really bad that it like a little white pimple was on the top of my waterline, and it started to really hurt, right? Like it hurt really bad. And I was just like laying in bed, and I woke up and like my eyeball like just really started to sting out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it just stopped stinging, and that was the end of it. But still, I was in a bit of pain, so I thought, just to make sure I've completely healed, maybe not do any makeup for the remainder of this week and avoid skincare. So normally I am very serious about my skincare process. I have like an 8-9 step Korean skincare routine. I've been avoiding that, especially like the lash growth serum I put on my eyelashes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. A couple notes and like updates that I forgot to tell y'all about, but I think we should probably discuss before we get into any gaming or any other activities that I'll be doing on here. We're gonna change my streaming schedule a little bit. So it's no longer Friday and Saturdays that I will be streaming. It will be Friday and Sundays that I will start streaming. Friday is probably gonna be around this time, like 9:30 to 12. Sunday we'll see if I can do, or 9:30 to like 1 or 8 to 12, sorry, at night. Sundays we're gonna see if we can do 8 to 12. We might do a little bit earlier because it is a Sunday. But after doing streaming for a couple weeks or like 2 weeks, I realized streaming one day right after the other is very strenuous on me. So it's just better if I stream like every other day. Another idea is that maybe I can start streaming on Wednesdays and Fridays, though as I'm finishing up my job, I'd rather not stream on a weekday and then have to go to work the very next day. Other updates that I have, we did not post at all that much this past week. I did not post anything because I'm still trying to figure out what's a good schedule for me to start posting. I'm trying to figure out if I need to start posting YouTube videos like every Monday and Wednesday, and then I post my lives or keep my live vlogs up every Friday and Sundays, or do I need to change around the schedule? Do I need to just keep moving into a live YouTube stream live direction where I just clip my VODs and post them on TikTok? Or do we just do the full gambit here for now, where I'm posting videos and clipped videos from my YouTube streams and my YouTube live streams as well? So we're still trying to figure that out. But we're working through it. So for today's schedule, we are gonna play some Disney Channel games. We're also gonna play some Infinity Nikki. I got it all booted up for me, so I don't have to worry about whether or not Infinity Nikki won't be working. I want to play some more Marvel Rivals. I had a good run last time, even though I'm like not the best Marvel Rivals player. I would like to keep playing that. So yeah, I don't know, it's growing on me, but like I said, I'm not the best Marvel Rivals player, so we'll have to see. And then last but not least, we have what I am now coining my Musty Deck series. So it was originally Dank Deck series, but I like Musty a little bit better because they're very impromptu decks. I just be throwing them together, and just like, you know, put all my talking points in there. Sometimes I have notes, sometimes I have a script, but in this case we're gonna do the Wizard Liz drama. For those of y'all who don't know, the self-help content creator Wizard Liz has been going through some drama with her husband, and I'd like to get into it because I think there is something that we can all learn from this, okay? But I think I'll get into it after maybe like an hour or two of playing some games, just to see who decides to pop in, or maybe nobody pops in and it's just me, myself, and I gaming, talking to myself, and I can just use this opportunity to record and post on my YouTube. Regardless, that is what we have scheduled for today. So without further ado, let's get started with Infinity Nikki. So I have questions. I think we're in a new season because now we are princesses. This dress is beautiful, by the way. Like, yes, Queen Slay. And come on, Momo, with the 2 princess hats. But I'm also just like, like, is this a new season? Am I going to be taken to a new place now? Or are we starting from the beginning again, like the last time when everything was like celestial and I was with my goth baddie? Looks like not. Okay, cool, cool. Some updates I have. We've changed our skin tone and we've changed our hair color. I don't know how I feel about this hair color. Hopefully I can unlock more. But shout out to Heaven. She has been on this channel and interacting with my lives. She kind of helped me learn how to navigate Infinity Nikki, so that's always nice. So let's see. There's a Whimstar over there, and I have to meet with Nanoi at the Stylist Guild, which is 140. There's like a tracker that'll tell me how far away I am from Nanoi. But before we even get into Nanoi, okay, we gotta get that Whimstar because I kind of want outfits. I want outfits. I want to build outfits. I want all the outfits. Okay, so we're just gonna go find that Whimstar. I don't care. Well, actually, I do kind of care what that guy has to say. I'm also getting bored of this environment. I'd like to travel somewhere else. Oh, okay, he wants me to get his diary. That's a sub quest. I remember that from last week. There's a Whimstar around here. Thanks, Momo. Thanks for reminding me. Where is it? It's up there. It's up. Okay. So it looks like it's up there. F. Okay. So far, me playing this game, it's been a couple weeks now. I don't really game often, like during the weekday. Probably because I'm just lazy. Because this past couple of weeks, things have been kind of chill. What is this? Oh, okay. So work hasn't been as intense, but it might be picking up. And I really don't want it to pick up because what do you want me to do at my job that I'm about to get laid off of? Like, we're trying to... There's this big roam map that we have to account for. How do I get in there? And it's severance dependent, so we kind of have to finish it up. If not, then like we don't get our severance. And so I'm just a little bit annoyed that I have to, you know, welcome to Raisin Wings. You must be new in town. Let me. I just really don't want to work there anymore. I don't know. It's just like bringing me down. I haven't really started my job search, like aggressive job search in the way that I need to. Because I want to take some courses. So I went to Udemy to take some courses, and I realized they were no longer on sale. So what was once like $120 for all 4 or 5 courses I needed is now like $400. and I don't have $400 to spend on on courses like that. So I got to make some big decisions. I think I might bite the bullet and just buy maybe like the AI generative courses for my field for like 40 or $60. Because like it or not, AI is taking over the world. And AI is probably going to take over corporate America. I don't know what that means for all of us, but you know, it is what it is. All right, I want to know more about Chef Fournier. So it might help me. It will help me a ton and separate me from a lot of other candidates if I have some sort of AI experience. But I really am not looking forward to AI. My boss did this ChatGPT prompt that she got from like one of her favorite visionaries, and she wanted me to try it. She wanted me to try the prompt. No. Okay, she wanted me to try the prompt, and it's basically like her visionary friend, her visionary person that she likes or looks up to, had the prompt, and it basically, oh, I can't jump in here? What? I can't be a jellyfish in here? Damn. Basically, it was asking the person, you have to ask the ChatGPT to, let me read it real quick, because it was in our messages. The prompt is, you are going to ask me any question you wish. I am going to answer as truthfully and completely as possible. Based on my response, you will ask me another question. We will go back and forth for as long as it takes. I want to uncover deep-seated constructs within my mind, fallacies, limitations, potentials, areas for improvement, anything at all that is currently floating beneath my conscious thoughts. So basically, you're asking ChatGPT to have like a thoughtful heart-to-heart conversation with you about like what you value most as a human. And when she told me this, I was like, I'm not doing that shit. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, there's no way I'm gonna do anything like that. And like, I don't know, I think as people, we need to be careful, like feeding ChatGPT stuff like that about ourselves. Cause like, you know, robot apocalypse. And honestly, if the robot apocalypse happens and the robots say, we want rights today, I'm gonna be on their side. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Hell yeah, of course you deserve rights. Bee boop, wee boop, yes. Hell yeah, give that nigga his rights. Give Bebop, Weeboop 3000 his rights. Name all in Morse code and everything. I don't care. All right, how am I gonna get up there? Can I get up there? Yeah, I can. Okay, but it's a little hard. But I'm gonna figure it out. Maybe I have to... Okay. No! But yeah, I'm gonna give Boo Beep 3000 his rights. If he wants to be a human, or if he wants to be sentient, or if he wants to be treated like a human, I don't see what the problem is. But I just know... I don't know. I feel like greedy, money-hungry CEOs just see these like AI as a tool and not as something that could potentially be sentient and needs to be like controlled. Like if you're going to use it as a tool, it needs to be controlled. And if you're not going to use it as a tool and just worry about not regulating it, then we are in trouble. Like, what are we doing here? And it feels like we're on that end of the spectrum where a lot of these big companies that create these AI models, they don't care. All they care about really is, they don't care about the human good, the good of humanity. All they really care about is if they can make as much money as possible. And so if that includes creating unregulated AI models that are uncontrolled, that are creating and generating images and learning at a rapid rate, that are developing images that might be very inappropriate for the human eye. You know, as long as the company makes its money, that's really all that matters. And that's such a disappointment that people are this money hungry, that they are completely okay in, you know, destroying humanity. But who knows? Maybe the robot revolution is what we need. I want the record to show that I have always been on the robot side. I'm just like worried for humanity. Like, I don't think we're well equipped for a robot apocalypse. So and that's why I'm so iffy about ChatGPT, or like how much information they have of you. Like, you know, that prompt I explained to you guys, you know, you feed that information, like all your personal deepest, darkest fantasies, all your information into this ChatGPT, right? This chat AI model. And, you know, that's data. I'm pretty sure companies are mining that shit and are like trying to learn things about you, or I don't know, potentially use that type of stuff against you if you do stuff that they don't want you to do. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving conspiracy theory auntie, maybe, but like I am just worried. Why is it so hard to get to this Whim Star? Okay. Oh, okay, I'm getting too excited. Okay, let me back up. Yeah, so that's how I feel about AI. But unfortunately, it's a necessary tool that I need to get a job. Otherwise, I will remain homeless. I might end up homeless, and I won't be able to come on stream with you guys and rant about random shit in the form of a musty deck. You know what I mean? So, okay. Let's see. How do I get up here? Okay, let me just shimmy. She looks so cute. Look at her. Just standing tall and proud. Looking like Rose in the Titanic. A little bit. Not really. She doesn't have her arms out. I wonder if I can pose up here. Should we be posing up here is the question. Oh, she can wave. Hey. Posing over top of a sign pole. That's what's up. Diva, slay, period. Oh yeah. Yes, queen. Yes, pose it out. Yes, smize, diva, smize. Yes, queen. America's Next Top Model. I don't know her. All right, let's turn around. Okay, there it is. Okay, so what on earth is this thing over here? Hi, Momo. Shout out to Momo. Okay, are you a Whim Star? Like, what are you? Okay, so it disappeared. Girl, what the fuck? Did I get it? I don't even know if I got it. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I collected it, maybe I didn't. I don't know, but I guess what better way to end this, because it was a bit of a challenge getting up to the top, is to pose on the statue. Yes, queen. Yes. Diva. She ain't no diva. I'd like to meet her. What you say? She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva. She ain't no diva. Okay, let's go. I had a seafood boil this week. I actually don't like seafood boils. Like, I'm not a fan of seafood boils at all. I don't know why. I think I don't like my hands getting messy. One, I don't like my hands getting messy. And two, if you live in Atlanta, they are like fucking everywhere. They're everywhere. Seafood boil this, seafood boil that. I'm more of a seafood platter girl. Oh no. How do I get back up there? I want to collect that. I want to collect that thing. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I feel like it's worth it. Oh. Okay. I feel like it's worth it. Whatever that thing was, I just feel like it's worth it. Okay, so there's a lot of freaking seafood boils in Atlanta, and I am a fried seafood platter girl. So there's this place in Georgia called Papados. It's like New Orleans seafood based, and they have really good fried seafood platters. Me and my partner always get the Papados platter, and it comes with fried fish, fried crawfish, no hush puppies, stuffed deviled crab, and stuffed shrimp. And then sometimes I like to be bougie with it and get a loaded baked potato for extra charge, and stuffed, like an extra stuffed shrimp and stuffed crab. But that's if we're big ballin'. If we're not, then we're not living it up like that, right? So I come to find out, I think I've always been a seafood platter girl, because when I was very, very young and I lived in Connecticut, as y'all know, you should know, I've lived in Connecticut for like 18 years of my life, but Connecticut owes me absolutely everything. Like, I do not miss Connecticut. I would literally die if I had to go back to Connecticut, like, I swear. But regardless, there was this place called Tinker's Seafood, and we'd always get fried platters from Tinker's Seafood, and it was a very like New Englandy type of seafood joint. Like, it was, oh, we alive, hi Cole. I just saw your messages. So anyway, oh, is some serious plot going on? I don't care. I gotta tell you guys the story. So it was a very like rustic New England, like sweaty seafood place. And what I mean by that is like they weren't putting the budget in like the actual restaurant. It was like you go in, you order your fried seafood and you dip. Like construction workers are going there to get lunch and then they're leaving. I don't know. The best way I can describe it is like the New England ferry. Have y'all ever taken the ferry? Probably not. If you live in New England, you know what I'm talking about. But they're at the Orient Point, New England Orient Point ferry. Cross Sounds Ferry. Okay, hold on. Because I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna set up the scene, and then we'll get back to Infinity Nikki. Okay, Cross Sound Ferry in New England. This is the ferry place. Okay, where is the, okay, so like, yeah, this type of energy, this is what I would take to go to and from Long Island. I have discovered that I identify way more with Long Island, New York than I do Connecticut, even though I had lived in Connecticut for about 18 years of my life. But the seafood place in Connecticut where I first fell in love with fried seafood platters it gave off this vibe. It just gave off the vibe of like, just like sweaty New England ferry on a gray stormy night, like that type of stuff, that type of energy. Let me see if I can find them. Hartford CT. Yeah, see, that's the vibe. See what I mean? Like, like, doesn't this look musty? Like, does this not look musty to you? Now, the food was great, but and normally the food, when the food is its best, is when the restaurant is musty. Like, it just looks like, ugh, like death. But they always had really good fried seafood platters, and I would always get, I don't know if they're still open. They might be, I don't know. But I'd always get like fried fish and fried shrimp, and that would just be the combo that I would like, you know, get. You know what I mean? And that started my love of fried seafood platters, and then eventually I got to Papados, and my palate expanded because I moved to Georgia, and you know, now everybody's into seafood broils here. And unfortunately, most of the seafood platters, fried seafood platters at these seafood broil places are horrible. Like, they're just like very small, very little baby shrimps, not that much fish. Like, it's the crab legs and the peeled shrimp and the sausage and the corn and the egg. And I just never really understood it or liked it. Like, there was like one or two seafood places that I liked, and one was called King Crab ATL, but then I guess they don't do Uber Eats anymore, and I don't really know where they are, and I can't really get to them, so I couldn't eat there anymore. And they had an amazing butter sauce with their king crab legs. And then the other one that I got today was the boiler, and it had some very mixed reviews. It had some very mixed reviews, but the to me it was good. I think the sauce, because I had it in garlic butter sauce, and they did not douse it in garlic butter sauce at all, but you have to buy extra sauce in order for it to taste good. And I just bought it, and I just been dipping my shrimp and my crab in it, and it's not bad. But I don't know, part of me feels like I can make a seafood broil and it would taste a lot better. I've done it before, I've made them in the oven, but I don't know, it was pretty good today. I still have some leftovers, so I was able to get a lot, but like still, I'm not really a seafood broil gal myself. I'm more of a seafood platter gal. The inferior photos. So Cole says that the inferior photos look cursed, but the food looks like it smacks. Yes. See, and that's like, okay, so that's like a very like New England thing. Like, they don't give a fuck over there. They really don't. It's just, I don't know, it's just so depressing over in New England. I'm not gonna lie. They have bomb ass clam chowder, of course, because New England clam chowder, hello. But a lot of their places, like the best places, are always gonna be like brick and mortar. Like, there is no budget in the way it looks, but the food is gonna slap. Best Chinese food up in the Northeast. Argue with your mother. The Chinese food down here in Georgia, for the most part, sucks. Best Jamaican food, because all the Jamaicans are in New York, right? Best, like, Jamaican joint, like, every other corner in Bloomfield, Connecticut. Amazing, okay? Jamaican food here is too corporate. It's too corporate. It's too corporate. People, and like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it, because, you know, people got to get their bread. And I like to see Black businesses flourish, but it's also just like, it just doesn't taste the way I need it to, you know what I mean? Like, I need my oxtails to hit a certain way, that I know that up north they're gonna do, because they're not worried so much about like aesthetics and budget and IG, you know what I mean? All right, you go first. Guess I'll go.
She passed out just like the others.
Oh no, Nanoy. What happened to your mom?
Not Missy Green as well.
Yes, Mr. Granny. Is that her name, Mr. Granny? That sounds Italian. Speaking of Italian, there was a lot of Italian food up in Connecticut as well. Italian? Okay, so Italians are the only, like, if I had to pick a type of white that I'd be, it would probably be Italian. Like, if I had to pick a type of white. Because they'd be the only white folks that know how to cook, okay? So, you know, Irish, nah. No.
Nikki, she's a really talented stylist.
Polish, yeah. Pierogies are okay, but Irish people, yeah, or Italian people, yeah. Pasta. There's this dad on TikTok that just be making pasta. He just be like making pasta, and I think his daughter like edits it in a way that's like very like almost like a music video. And all of his pasta concoctions look delicious.
sounds really strange.
What I would give for an Italian friend. Have dinner at her house. With some wine.
There have been no similar cases. After speaking with Miss Dada,
Georgia also doesn't have good Italian food down here.
No, before your mom passed out, did anything strange happen? I'm not sure. She was mad at me when I left the house.
Nanoi is this bitch that like destroyed that dude's clothing shop, right? She fixed it, but like I don't know, I still feel like she has to pay some type of renter's insurance, some sort of insurance for that. That was crazy. How do you crash your plane into a store? First of all, are you even legal enough to ride a plane? Let's really talk about it.
Dada, is there anything we can do to help? Nikki, do you want to investigate this case?
Sure.
Of course, I've got this. The case is yours, Nikki. I believe if anyone can...
Who is this baddie over here, though? Who that to the left of me? Hello. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. To the left. Hello, diva. Hello. The outfits kind of remind me of Code Geass for some reason. I don't know.
Right now, we plan on looking closely at the victims displaying early signs before they go on.
Did y'all ever watch the second season?
The stylist is starting to show symptoms.
I really wanted to, but
A stylist?
you know, I don't know what the reviews were for the second season though. Or when I talk about the second season, I mean the season that came out like a couple years ago, not the whole entire series that came out like years ago. I watched Code Geass like in the 2010s, I would say, like 2015, 2016. And then they came back again with another season, and I think they put it on Netflix, but I never watched it, so I wonder if it's worth it. Stylist.
Her name is Dorsey. She's the leader of the Golden Daisies. They were amazing stylists back in the day. I can't believe...
Just gotta look at my wife, you know.
She's over by Silken Lake. You can find her there.
I ship them together. Would you? Yo, what is he wearing though? What is this? What? Okay, let me not judge the drip before I see. Maybe I need to see the outfit in context.
Yes, you, Miss Nikki. I saw you talking with Miss Dada and Captain Haya earlier, and they seemed serious. Did they entrust you with an important styling task?
Yes. I'm on my way to investigate the recent...
He looks goofy. He looks like he's gonna be in Happy Gilmore, like he's about to go golf.
Oh my.
Is that the point? Is he supposed to look like a golf dude?
An abundance of resources. Threats of purity, blings, and such.
Huh? Well, it's always good to have more of those. But, who are you?
Oh, where are my manners? I got carried away by the gravity of the task. Let me introduce myself. I'm a Flora Stylist Guild volunteer, Tokar.
Okay. Hey, Tokar. I don't trust him.
I handle operations and maintain the Warp Spire. But what I enjoy the most is teaching stylists how to use the Warp Spire.
The Warp Spire? I only know its teleportation function. Can it do something else?
Of course. The Warp Spire provides access to all the resources I mentioned before. But, from my experience, it's easy.
Not too much on Lemon Boy. Cole says, "A, not too much on Lemon Boy." I gotta figure out a way how to do these chat overlays. I've been struggling with them. I might have to get my partner to help me because they just don't work. They just don't show up here on my screen, and I need them to. I need them to show up. I want to see what you guys are saying to me. Probably through the chat down here, but I want it to show up on my live stream, you know what I mean? And they don't, and that makes me upset. So Let's investigate. I don't even know what to do. Unexplained coma. A trophy bestowed of the town government recognized their... I'm not even looking. Like, am I... Is trophy this? Oh, I'm looking at the trophy. Okay, investigate. Interviewers, data, BB, staff from the Stylist Guild and Flora Wish, interviewee, Kilo, the Cadence Born. First, we would like to express our profound gratitude to Mr. Kilo, the Cadence Born, for his invaluable honor during the completion of the compendium. Mr. Kilo, you demonstrated exceptional knowledge of styling history. We are very... Oh, do I have to read all this? Grandpa, your grandpa's favorite poet, Kilo, has penned yet another verse. You see, we Cadence Born are granted long lives during which we witness countless styles and fashions. One might consider us living archetypes, archives of styling history. Furthermore, our mission is to capture human lives and emotions through poetry, clothing being a direct expression of human existence. This focus has allowed to amass an extensive body. It seems like not every style clothing. I don't want to read all this. True, not everyone has the advantage of a lengthy lifespan. However, what is a Cadence Born? I feel like a squirrel. I don't know where I'm supposed to be or what I'm supposed to do. I recommend venturing out to explore more. Traveling across Mirrorland can immensely enrich your life and expose you to diverse styles from different regions. I agree. I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm bored. I'm bored. In this town that I'm in, I'm bored. After I finish my latest poem about Wishfield, I may travel again to absorb more of the world. While working on the compendium, it reignited my appreciation for Lin Lang Empire styles. The floating cloud patterns on their dresses used to inspire me to write timeless verses. Also, if you're keen on learning about significant outfits in Wishfield's history, assist me in gathering clean dues of inspiration. In return, I prepared many sketches and poems detailing their history as rewards. Thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Kilo. Could you share your thoughts on the Stylist Guild? Okay. So now what? Search for Dorsey. Look how dapper these divas look. Dapper divas. Dapper divas. Alright, how much do I really want to spend playing this game? Because I know I don't want to spend too much time. And I don't know. I'm getting bored of like Mirrorland in general. I want to go someplace new. I want to find a Whimstar. Okay, before we see Dorsey, let's go find a Whimstar. I like finding Whimstars. Okay, it's okay. I know I'm supposed to find Dorsey, but I really want to find this Whimstar too, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find the Whimstar. Ooh, we're getting our outfit wet. Wet outfit. Ah, our shoes, the drip. Okay. Is there a Whimstar? Is there an outfit that can help me fly? I don't know. Me running in these 3-inch heels isn't really hitting it the way it needs to. Like, I want to kind of floor it, you know what I mean? And I still don't know, since I've been over top of that building, if I actually captured a Whimstar or did it just run away? Did the creature I need run away? I hope not. Alright, where? Okay, we're down here. F track. Oh, it's in this house, is it? Oh, it's right here. I have to find something that looks like a star. Is it this? It's this. I like these little mini games for the Whim Stars. They're fun. Doop de doop de doo. Yay! Tamed a Whim Star. Yes. Alright, and so then do I go to V? No, I go to B. Where do I go to? Y? No. I gotta go somewhere to open it up. And I forgot where I go. Is it J?
You begin with a magical
No. No.
Walking together, they head towards the distant horizon. Traveling with the wind and sand, crossing endless deserts, climbing snowy peaks.
Why do I have a dragon now?
And exploring.
This isn't where I want it to be. Help. 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 Help.
Finally, they overcome all obstacles.
What's going on?
At the summit, they grasp the most beautiful.
Okay.
The journey becomes
Why do I have a dragon though?
guiding countless stylists on their path to greatness.
Okay, sure. Okay, cool. Okay. That's not what I needed. Okay, S. I'm trying to find... Oh, these outfits are so beautiful. Why can't I get these outfits? Now I'm distracted. Okay, I gotta open up ability outfits, rare pieces. I gotta open up L. I gotta get a shear. That's what I need. I can't get one. And now I'm upset because I forgot how to open up the shears. And then I think, is it O? No, it's not O. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm supposed to be making dresses. There was a dress I really wanted, and I was supposed to make it. Ability outfits, rare pieces. Okay, I got one of these bad boys. Okay, I gotta keep finding lamb chili so I can make that outfit. All right, so I don't want to search for Dorsey. Sure, I'll collect you. I might need them in the future. Yeah, this week has been crazy. I'm normally posting a lot more, but like, I don't know. I just felt so unmotivated to post. I got in my own head. I gotta stop doing that. And what I mean is like posting on TikTok. Like, my VOD content does really well on TikTok. I guess it gives people like an incentive to watch me because I always clip them at really entertaining times. But then like, you know, I'm still trying to figure out what content I can post, and maybe I can keep posting clips. I don't know. I think it might work for me, but I don't want my audience to get bored of it, I guess. So that's just something I'm thinking about. But also, I'm just trying to get out of the fly, bitch, fly. I'm trying to get out of the habit of being nervous about posting, because it is scary putting yourself out there. It is, but I keep reminding myself that there are so many people putting themselves out there and they're like not even smart. I'm not saying that I'm the smartest person ever. I'm not saying that I'm smart, but like, I don't know. On TikTok, there was a girl who tried to say that Harriet Tubman was a psyop because Harriet Tubman wasn't her real name. And then, you know, apparently her, like we went over this in history class that like Harriet Tubman was like a code name for her, you know, like everybody should know it's not her real name and it has nothing to do with her being a government psyop. So if people on the internet are trying to treat everything like a conspiracy theory and claim that revolutionaries like Harriet Tubman are psyops from the CIA, then maybe, just maybe, I'm okay posting my cute little videos, you know, posting me, my musty decks, and me playing Infinity Nikki. Maybe, just maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm hurting anybody. But like, there's so much like TikTok. There's so many people on TikTok, just so many. It's hard to stand out, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Oh, I don't want to go to that cube thing. I remember what happened last time. I went over there. I didn't like it. I can't collect these. And then, can I hit him? Okay, hold on. Let me go further back. They're sparkly.
We've been going all night. The sun's coming out.
Yeah, it's okay, Momo. This is how we do. You know what it is. You know what it is. Oh, escape. I wanna capture a grasshopper. Will they let me? Hey. There we go. You know what I was thinking? What I've been thinking this whole week? And what I've been talking to myself about? I'm thinking about how e-girls, IG baddies, and just like thirst trap women on the internet have lost their way. Like, they have genuinely lost the plot. Like, just, I don't know. Let me pet this dog. I want to pet it. I want to pet this dog. Why can't I squat down and pet this dog? Oh no, Heaven told me. She taught me how to pet dogs in Infinity Nikki. See, that dog is looking at me and I'm looking at it. Is it V? No. Is it C? No, it's not. Is it X? Alright, hold on. Real quick. Google. How do you pet dogs in Infinity Nikki? 2 concurrent viewers. What? No Tinker Seafood. No Crosstown Fairy. Okay, all. My partner's over here talking about World War II. I don't know why. I forgot how to pet the dog. It would have been like down here though, right? I'd have to change outfits. Okay, come hither. Okay, good. Yeah, anyway, going back to e-girls, y'all have lost your way. We all have lost our way. What's going on? Like, y'all used to have legions of simps, and now y'all are chasing after the simps. Like, the fuck is going on? You don't need to do that shit, bruh. I blame the red pill. Not even the red pill, just the blatant hetero-pessimism that's just been going on right now, as of lately. Khadija Maboe. I hope I said her last name right, but she has a really good video talking about or they, excuse me, they have a really good video talking about heteropessimism in the current social landscape, cultural landscape. People are just like, the opposite genders just hate each other. Just like there's no common ground.
Around here all day.
And I mean, not saying that I said I wouldn't talk about gender war bullshit. All I'm gonna say is that like, I think patriarchy's the real problem, not the men that you're mad at. Oh no! What happened? How am I supposed to get up there? No! Anyway, see, this is what happens when I talk about gender war nonsense. I can't get my stars, damn it. Oh no. Did I get the Whim star? No, we did not. No, man, we didn't. Sorry, Michelli, I'm all up in your space, but this is like important. Okay, where's the star? Where's the star? Where's the star? Okay, let's go. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay, let's collect the remaining few. Okay. All right. Wait. Hey. No. My Whim stars. No. This one's a little hard, so I'm glad I can keep going back to it. Cause sorry, sir. How am I supposed to? God, I gotta go back. Cody is so loud, babe. Yeah. Ranting about whatever he be ranting about. I don't know. Bigot Cody. Yeah, I have 2 concurrent viewers. That's my partner. He said he's not alone with this nerd anymore. Go back to your room. Please go back to your room. I'm playing Infinity Nikki.
Infinity Nikki?
Yes.
What's Mickey about it? Where's Mickey Mouse?
It's Nikki.
Oh, they said
yeah.
Infinity Nikki would have been better.
Alright, goodbye. You can leave now. Alright, I gotta try this again. Okay, I'm getting better, yay! Oh no, I didn't get the other star, what the fuck? No! Oh my god, this is gonna be my Achilles heel for today. Because like, how did this happen? How did I not get that one? Oh. Oh no. This is gonna be my Achilles heel for today. Cole, can you hear him? I don't know what he be talking about sometimes. It gets on my nerves. You can hear it in there. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. Oh, shit. No! Oh, no! But like what about the one back there? No! Damn it. This is gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard one, guys. I think I need to take a break and I need to go to... I need to go over here.
Nikki, let's stay in the shower.
Hi, Heaven. Infinity Nikki has been pretty good. I've been enjoying it. It's been pretty fun. My partner is over here terrorizing me. For no reason. Oh, God. Oh, what? Cutscene? Aw. You know, the voice doesn't match the character, right? Like, her face does not look that upset.
Dorsey. Dominic's sketch. Dominic. I'll find you. Brother. Dominic! I'm pretty sure she can't hear anything we're saying.
She seemed just fine yesterday, but now... now all she talks about is Dominic.
What's so special about Dominic?
What could have happened?
Heaven, how are you tonight? Wish Envoy.
Envoy. I made a wish. To bring back...
I have 4 concurrent viewers. I've been playing for a little bit. Probably for like about an hour, maybe?
It seems like...
Let me know, chat. And by chat, I mean Cole and Heaven, if you guys want me to go over my musty deck right now. Because I have a lot to say about this one.
15 years
Except
ago.
Dominic went missing 15 years ago. Heaven, why are we tired?
Yeah. Missing persons case. 10 or so stylists mysteriously disappeared. One night, here in Wishfield. Even now, no one knows what happened or where they went.
I don't think you need to worry about who went where, Ninoy. I think you need to worry about renter's insurance on that home you destroyed. Let's do it. Okay, Cole says she wants to do the Musty Deck series.
Dorsey also
So that's like 50-50. One says yes, the other says no. All right, sure.
Who?
I live in Europe and it's 3 a.m. here. Haven't you? You're from Europe? I got a viewer from Europe. Hey. Oh my God. What's it like in Europe? Where do you live in Europe? The UK, Iceland, Greenland. Huh? Who? Wish Envoy. Dish Envoy. I don't even know.
The Wish Envoy.
See? We worldwide better posting in that clock. UK. Okay, awesome. The UK is so cool.
What a weird game.
With everything that's going on in America right now, like, the UK seems pretty nice. As an American, I never thought I would say that. It's just like, I don't know, dude. One thing, I hope you don't take offense to this, one thing I never understood was the royal family. That never made any sense to me, the way all of the world will put spotlight on the royal family. Even when Meghan Markle got married into the family, I was just like, huh, okay. Like, it never interested me that much, with all due respect.
Not really. Maybe you should ask Sly and Feline. They might know.
Is she still sick? Is this Noma? Is Noma the sick
Are
one?
they members of
I don't even know what's going on. I'm having too much fun finding out Heaven's from the UK.
My daughter doesn't discuss her life because
Yeah, she's a little worn out. She's worried.
she hangs out a lot with Sly and Feline. So if she ever met the Wish Envoy, they would know.
Yeah. Heaven says that the royal family is a little bit weird, not gonna lie. Yeah.
They've been
It's just one of those things where, like,
a stylist contest.
I don't understand what they do. I just don't understand what they do. And I think about it, and it's like the UK citizens are paying tax dollars for the royal family to do what? And then there's a parliament, apparently, in the UK that actually runs shit. So what does the royal family do? That's always been my question. Like, what, like, outside of, like, maybe, I don't know, divide and conquer back in the day, what have they done currently? Like, even, like, with all due respect, when the Queen of England died, I was just like, oh no. Heaven, please don't leave. Don't leave, Heaven. But it was just kind of like, I don't know what to do with that information. Like, what do you want me to do? Now that the royal queen is no longer, the Queen of England is no longer with us. Like, I'm from America.
She's stylist too? Yes. Miss Teenies isn't just a fairy merchant from the 21 Kingdom. She's also a stylist specializing in...
But then to be fair, like, I'm pretty sure the UK is looking at us right now and it's like, what the fuck is going on with America? I'm pretty sure all the countries, all the continents are looking at America and they're like, girl, what is happening? And even Americans are the same way. We're all just like, what is going on right now? We didn't sign up for this. We didn't sign up for everything that's going on politically.
I'll stay and take care of Dorsey and Miss Noma. Just in
Okay.
case anything happens. I'm kind of a little worried about them.
Okay, Nanoi. I guess that's the least you could do. After causing irreputable damage to a building.
We'll go investigate.
Like, sometimes I'm like, what are they doing as well? Yeah, I just don't understand them. I don't. Okay, all right, so we're gonna shut it down here. My next quest is unexplained coma incidents. I do want to try the Whimstar thing again. Bro, the next job I get, I better get like, ooh, there's one in here. I better get like 6 figures. I better get a really big pay raise. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even lying right now. Like, I am tired. Okay, what are these arrows? What are these arrows? Sit down. All right, sitting pretty, sitting pretty, sitting pretty. Yes, queen, sitting pretty. But I know that I'm gonna be looking for jobs soon, and I gotta. Okay, so use WASD to move the box. Okay, got it. Okay, F exit. I just know the next job I get has to pay pretty well. It has to pay really well. Like, we can't be out here with the money I'm making and the experience I have. Yay, I got another one. Woo! Heaven, real quick, can you remind me where I can go to like activate my whim stars? I know there's a place where I can open up shears, but I forgot what it was called. Is it you? No, it's not you. I don't know what key it is. Press I. Thank you. Sea of Shards. I can't get anything? Okay, well that sucks. All right, so with that, without further ado then, like, we're gonna get into the Wizard Liz drama and do my Dank Deck series. So we're gonna escape out of this. Maybe we'll come back later. I've been playing this for about an hour, so we'll probably play later. Though I'm probably gonna play some Disney Channel games. So, I don't know. Exit game. All right, so class, I have a few questions for you. Are you guys familiar with this person? Bye, Infinity Nikki. Let's pull up the IG right quick. Are we familiar with this individual? This individual at all? This individual, oh, we can't see the videos? Okay, YouTube.com. I'm gonna go Wizard Liz drama. This person over here, no sorry. Is that the one that got cheated? Oh, we're getting there, Cole. See, Cole's ahead of it. Yeah. So it's okay, Heaven. I can explain. Yes, we're gonna be talking about this lovely young lady here. But we're not gonna be talking about her. Well, we'll get into it. But we're basically gonna be talking about the drama that, yes, Cole had mentioned. She had gotten cheated on. I did mention that on my streams I would be talking about drama, and I think this is a good drama to get into because I have thoughts. I have thoughts and I have opinions that I need to get out. And I have, like, I don't know, advice that I'd like to give, not on some like self-help, grifting, self-actualization type shit, like genuine advice that I want us all to follow. And so today we are actually just going to talk about Wizard Liz and the self-help grift. We're going to talk about Wizard Liz and like who she is, what she does on YouTube. And then we're also going to talk about just like what she means and the overall landscape of self-help culture, okay, and some of the things I've noticed. So let's go ahead and get started. Got my script up. So very quickly, what is this video? I wanna preface this by saying what this video is. It's okay, Cole. Cole is like, I'm here for this. My bad for spoiling it. It's okay, no worries. But as I was saying, I'm gonna talk about what this video is and what this video isn't, right? This video is supposed to be an impromptu analysis. It's going to be an impromptu summary, so there may be some inaccuracies, even though I have some very active, and by very active, I mean 2 of my favorite chat members in my chat, and like about 10 views, which is completely okay. If I do have inaccuracies, I plan on posting this on YouTube. I do ask that you put those in the comments, okay? Just put them in the comments that there are inaccuracies and just try and correct me, all right? Because I know this is a developing story and updates keep coming day after day. All right. This video is also, this isn't even a video. Well, it is going to be a video. This video is also a teaching moment, right? Like, this is a teaching moment. I need you to learn something from this, okay? There are 3 parties involved in this debacle, this drama that had happened, and we can all learn something from all 3 parties, okay? And then this video is also me giving genuine advice. So I'm not trying to be y'all's life coach. I'm not trying to grift. I'm not trying to be y'all's Tony Robbins, okay? I'm just giving you real talk. I'm just giving you some basis advice about the current self-help empowerment landscape that I have been seeing on social media. TLDR, we need to practice discernment, but we will be getting there. All right, and so as I mentioned before, I explained what this video is. What isn't this video? What won't this video be? Number one, it's not going to be gender war bullshit. It's just not. I'm not going to sit up here and talk about how men suck 24/7 and how women need to decenter men, even though there's some truth to that. Like, your life can't be full 24/7 of you talking about men all the time. Like, that's just not my brand. Okay, it's not my brand. It's not what I do. I'm also not trying to be y'all's life coach. Okay, I'm not trying to give Tony Robbins at all. All right, I'm just trying to tell y'all what is going on, what I've noticed, and what I've been seeing. And last but not least, this video isn't a takedown. I'm not trying to take down any part, or I'm not trying to take down any party other than the blatantly obvious one involved in it. There is some accountability that I have for all parties. Accountability a little bit heavier on, like, you know, the Wizard Liz side, but hey, we're gonna get into it. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the details of what exactly happened. How did we get here, and where can we go from this? Evan said her notepad is ready. Yes, girl, get ready. I'm about to spill some tea. Okay, so we have people involved, right? We have 3 players. Okay, player 1 is Wizard Liz, player 2 is Landon, and player 3 is Abby. Okay, my apologies about Abby. I was struggling to find a nicer picture of her, so it's all good. It's all good. I'll explain why she looks like that in a second, but these are the 3 people that are involved in this current drama. The first one is the lovely Wizard Liz. And who is she? Well, as you can see with her 8.15 million subscribers, that she is a successful content creator. Very, very successful with her 125 videos and her 8.15 million subscribers. Okay. She specializes in doing life coaching, self-help, women empowerment type of content. That is like her bread and butter. That is her divot, right? I remember watching a few of her videos. I watched some of her videos for research, but the one that really took off was like a couple years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. And it was just like, watch this if you want to be a better person. You know what I mean? You know, you don't like yourself, create a new version of yourself. Like, that's kind of like what I say she does really well is she has very like clickbaity titles, which is very good if you want to be a successful content creator. And she also, you know, speaks with a lot of conviction in her videos. I also like that in some of her videos, she, all right, well, we'll wait for him to. I like that she has subtitles. I think that's very nice. It makes it easy to follow and easy to read. And so, you know, maybe if you can't turn up the volume too loud, you know, you can just look at the subtitles and you can kind of pick up what she's saying. But more importantly, I think to be a really strong content creator, you do have to speak with conviction. One of my biggest criticisms of her is that she's formulaic but insightful, which means, and by insightful, like, we'll get into that. There's a formula, obviously. Like, I don't care if you don't like me, you don't even like yourself, stop feeding the demon, how I overcame my binge eating disorder. Like, there's just like a formula she's following to be successful, that if you've been on the internet long enough and you've seen how YouTube works, like you've just been an observer or consumer of YouTube, like it's a very formulaic way of becoming successful. You know what I mean? And some of her content falls into the toxic, actually a lot of self-help, female empowerment. Watch this if you want to change your life. Watch this if you want to improve. Watch this if you want to self-actualize, manifest your dream life, be wealthy, famous, watch this, watch. A lot of this content is like very toxic positive and rooted in unreality. And that's the point. Basically a Hispanic sprinkle. Cole said the Wizard Liz is a Hispanic sprinkle. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into sprinkle. And I didn't know she was Hispanic. That's interesting. Okay, cool. But yeah, this type of content is very toxic positive and very unrealistic and not attainable to a lot of people. I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer. I don't think there's anything wrong with like self-help content or like self-actualization content, but based off of how it's evolved in the past 4 or 5 years, it's getting to a point where it is starting to, like, you can tell a lot of these people are not sound in the advice that they give you. Like, that you can tell these people don't really have a lot of experience in what they are talking about. And that's kind of, the overall crux and theme of this video is that, like, a lot of these people don't really know or have the qualifications to give you the advice that they do, yet they do it anyway because it's a commodity, it's popular. Female empowerment is really popular right now, okay? And I think it's not by mistake. I think it has a lot to do with what has been going on with the red pill and the male empowerment spaces. The default was going to be like the reaction to male empowerment, red pill spaces was female empowerment, with all its toxic BS and all, right? Wizard Liz is also 4 months pregnant and married to Landon. This guy right here, which we will get to him in a minute, okay? Because I got a lot of words about Landon. And I'm going to put a big fat allegedly behind this because I want to make a disclaimer. I am not anti-sex work, okay? I will never be anti-sex work, right? But she used to be a sugar baby, okay? Used to be, baby was a sugar baby. Big fat allegedly, okay? Allegedly. I am not even like 25% sure, so I don't even want to lead with that rumor, but like I put it here. There was some research on Reddit about her being a sugar baby, but like Reddit can kind of be a little snarky, so we don't really know. But anyway, regardless, that's who Wizard Liz is. I am of the belief that Cole is so funny. She said, oh, she might be Azerbaijani. My bad. I have an Alabama education. What's wrong with the education in Alabama? Oh, okay. But, like I said, big fat allegedly behind she might be a sugar baby or was formerly a sugar baby. I am of the belief that I love it when women rebrand themselves. I also love it when women never forget where they came from or are able to leverage where they come from into something better. So like if she does it, if she likes it, I love it, I'm okay with it, right? And then player number 2, Landon. So let me see if I can find some Google images of Landon real quickly. Landon, Wizard Liz. Okay, so this dude right here, this guy looks like such a loser. Anyway, so this is Wizard Liz's husband, okay? The way they met was online. I need a water break. The way they met was online, okay? They developed a parasocial relationship with Landon commenting on Liz's vids frequently while having a girlfriend. So already that the red flags are red flagging. They are red flagging, right? So Landon was able to finesse his way into talking, dating, and moving in and impregnating Wizard Liz in a little under a year. So from the time, so they talked, and by talking I mean Landon was making comments on Wizard Liz's content. They met, and then from the time they actually met to now, with her being 4 months pregnant, they live together, they're married, all of that. This has happened within a year's span. Okay, see what I mean when I say be careful of who you're getting this advice from. All right, like, this is why. And then on top of that, it has been found out that Landon has cheated on Wizard Liz, a 4 months pregnant Wizard Liz. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, in the highest of keys, in the highest of highest keys, in the falsetto of keys, like, I mean, Mariah Carey is the only one who can sing this type of key. I high key have a problem with Landon. Like, he is public enemy number one in my book, and for this whole entire storyline. All right, I have a big problem with him. He is not okay. Why? Well, enter in third party, Abby. Okay, Abby actually used to date Landon. Okay, she makes a whole TikTok video when this whole debacle is happening, that it comes out that Landon had been cheating on a 4 months pregnant Wizard Liz, and basically explains that she had dated Landon as well, and some of the things and patterns that he did to hold down or sit down, mind you, we're not holding it down. Landon, this isn't what this lizard of a man is doing, isn't holding anybody down. Okay, he's not. He is sitting her down. Okay, shout out to For Harriet, because I remember she saying, or Kimberly Nicole Foster, I remember she saying something along the lines of unplanned pregnancy sits promising young women down. The best quote I've ever heard on the internet. All right, if you got to get your advice from anybody, please get your advice from people who are like, at least have some semblance of an education. Okay, some semblance. All right, so Abby used to date Landon, and she comes out while all of this is happening. It's coming out that Landon is cheating on Wizard Liz while she's 4 months pregnant. Abby explains her story dating Landon. She states how Landon did similar things that he did with Wizard Liz: the love bombing, the getting flowers, the writing songs, like over the top love bombing to kind of secure his spot with this woman, right? And then he proceeded to cheat on her like 7 times. Proceeded to cheat on this woman like 7 times. Was also manipulative, very manipulative too, and abusive as well. Manipulation included telling Abby that she needed to quit her job as a bottle girl. Abby met him as a bottle girl, so already we meeting this dude in the club. Red flag, right? Abby met him as a bottle girl, and he's telling her that if she wants to be his partner, that she is going to have to quit her job because he can't be with the bottle girl, but then proceeds to cheat on her with bottle girls he meets at the club. You tell me how I can make this make sense, because it does not make sense to me. The logic that some people be on, that some of these fuck niggas be on, just don't be making too much sense. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, okay? And ultimately, she deserves better. Like she deserves better. And out of all the parties, random disclaimer, spoiler alert, I have the most sympathy for Abby. I do. Because this all happened to her when she was like 21. When you're that age, and she talks about how she kind of had some family issues, how her father was like not that present in her life, or she had issues with her father. Like, when you don't have those figures, those strong parental figures in your life that can keep you grounded, and then you couple that with like the dude, or you're like incredibly sheltered too, which we'll get to as well later on, or like you're not used to dating people, and like a dude comes in and whispers sweet nothings in your ear, and you're also like 21, like you don't really like, you're still falling in love with the fantasy and the idea that like the first one you meet is going to be the one, you know, and then you just like let this guy like come in and just ruin your life, ruin your nervous system, cheat on you constantly, disrespect you constantly. Like, you know, she deserved better. And I am so sorry this happened to you and her. And I'm so sorry that any woman who's going through this right now, like if it does happen to you, if it is happening to you right now, and if your partner keeps cheating on you, just know that he does not love you and you need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. He does not respect you as a person. And no matter how much finessing or crying or boo-hooing he says, he does not respect you. You need to leave. What I appreciate about Abby is that she went to therapy for solace. And even the therapist told her, like, girl, you need to leave him. Which then Landon apparently proceeded to stalk her therapist to check on Abby in their weird on-again, off-again relationship. Yeah, Heaven, Landon is not a nice person. Landon is trash. Landon is public enemy number one. He is trash, Heaven. He's not a nice person, okay? I just don't... It's very hard for me to understand men like Landon. It's very, very hard, okay? But yeah, he proceeded to stalk Abby. And the reason why it's hard for me to understand men like Landon is because it's not just that he cheated on her 7 times and just left her alone. He cheated on her 7 times and then still tried to make it work with her when no other bitch wanted him. That's what it looked like. Like, he needed her in the rotation. And instead of like maybe being honest with himself and being like, you know, maybe I want multiple partners, maybe I want to do polyamory, and maybe I need, you know, women that are interested in polyamory or partners that are interested in polyamory for me to do that. Instead of doing that, he's just terrorizing these women's lives, just terrorizing their lives, making a fool out of them. Okay. And so, you know, Abby eventually coming out with all this information about Landon and her experience is accused by both Wizard Liz and Landon for having a sugar daddy and cheating on Landon with one. And in my humblest opinion, since Landon was the one who cheated on her first, and the relationship was already tumultuous, maybe this might be my toxic trait, but and did. Like, honestly, who fucking cares? Like, you go, Abby. You go. Like, this is what happened. He already doesn't really respect you as a person. So if Abby wants to be over here under Daddy Warbucks' arm, getting spoiled, I don't know, what is it? Sprinkle? Like, okay, like, and you're cheating on her with bottle girls doing a job that you told her not to do. So how else was she supposed to get her income? Like, I don't know. That's my logic. Okay. That is my logic. So let's get into the timeline. Okay. I'm going to do this timeline very briefly because I want to showcase like what actually happened and when and how it occurred. Okay. So first things first, Wizard Liz makes a lifestyle coach, becomes a lifestyle coach content creator, and she becomes uber successful. Okay, so we already know that Wizard Liz, uber successful, 8 million subscribers. Woo. Okay. Number 2, Landon comments on videos and develops a parasocial relationship with Liz. So he is commenting on Wizard Liz's videos before like actually meeting her. They create like this super parasocial close relationship. Mind you, Landon currently has a girlfriend while he's doing this. Liz and Landon meet in Athens, Greece, and have an impromptu trip in Greece. So like Liz is in Greece, Landon is laying over in a flight in Greece. They meet and then they just have a trip there. Okay. Liz begins dating, moving in, marrying, and gets impregnated by Landon within a little under a year after they first met. Again. Yikes. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? No. Okay. Landon is now caught in 4K HD cheating on a 4-month prego Liz. Again, I am not surprised, but I do have to ask again, what are we doing? What are we actually doing here? Come on, frontal lobe. It's like not there. No. All right. After this comes out, Abby shares her story about Lambden being a serial cheater, abuser, and a stalker. All right. Her story goes around. Landon gets on his social media to tell Abby cheated on him with a sugar daddy and then left him for one. And again, I put down here and did, because like, who fucking cares? I don't want to hear Landon's side of the story, honestly. Like, if you're cheating on your girlfriend 7 times and telling her to quit her bread and butter, and you're not like supporting her outside of buying her flowers and making her songs and doing like fake romantic stuff, like, who really cares? Who cares? Like, okay, like, stop terrorizing this girl. Just get out of her life, okay? So Liz tells her platform of, let's go back here, 8.15 million subscribers on YouTube, and let's see how many is over here, 5.5 million subscribers on IG, and I'm pretty sure we have a very healthy following on TikTok, okay? Liz tells her platform that she doesn't care much for Abby's story because Abby cheated on Landon with a sugar daddy. Again, say it with me now. And did, because at this point Abby was probably tired of dealing with this dude, okay? And you know, if you were dealing with an shit dude in a toxic, like, what are we type of relationship where he's constantly stepping out of the relationship, realistically Abby should have probably left him. But like, if she didn't, like, you'd probably do it too. You know, you'd probably do it too, especially if it's like your first love, or maybe if you have trouble with relationships. Could care less really about that, honestly. But the real hook, line, and sinker, the real kicker, let me pull this down. The real hook, line, and sinker, the kicker and the balls is that Liz proceeds to tell her audience, and this is important, she proceeds to tell her audience to stop picking on Landon because he's having a panic attack and mental health issues with all the backlash of it coming out that he cheated on Wizard Liz, a 4 months pregnant Wizard Liz that he married. And so where did everybody fuck up? Where did everybody fuck up? Okay, so I want to be fair here. I really want to be fair, and the reason why I want to be fair is because I'm not trying to do a takedown. I'm trying to do an analysis of what happened and what we all can learn from this. Like, where do we go from here as the viewers, as the consumers of somebody like a Wizard Liz, of somebody like these self-help coaches, male empowerment, female empowerment? What is the next step for us? How can we learn to do better? Okay, so let's line up the roster again and talk about where everybody messed up individually. I'm not going to spend too much time on Abby because it looks like she probably got the short end of the stick out of all of this. And it really wasn't fair the way Landon like pursued, preyed on, manipulated, and, emotionally, verbally, and physically abused her. Okay. Abby probably shouldn't have went back to Landon as many times as she did, if at all. That I'm going to tell any girl that, okay? Like, you can't go back to a cheater, okay? Unless, no, like, you just can't. There's no unless, okay? He does not respect you, okay? So, like, Abby shouldn't have done that. And I say the same for guys, too. Do not go back to a girl that cheats on you. Don't, like, hello? Like, we're equal rights, okay? For the girls, I'll say don't go back to a guy that's cheated on you. For the guys, I'd say don't go back to a girl that's cheated on you, okay? They already know what they can get away with you, and they will continue to do so unless you put down firm boundaries, all right? However, with Abby, I do get it though. When you are like 21 and you don't have a good, even if you just don't have a good foundation on relationships, whether that be from your family sheltering you or from like just not having strong parental figures, things like this do be happening. Like this does happen. This is common. This is like unfortunately a growing pain of like the human experience is having your first heartbreak, whether it be unrequited love or dealing with somebody who is just disrespecting you in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Landon. Okay, I got some time for Landon. I got some time for this nigga right here. I got all the time in the world. All right, let's do it. Okay. Honestly, entering Abby's presence is where he first fucked up. Entering any woman's presence is where he first fucked up. Okay. Love bombing Abby is also where he messed up. Don't trust a love bomber. Whether it be a boyfriend or a friend, just don't trust a love bomber. They always want something in return. They'll always show you their true colors, okay? He also messed up when he proceeded to cheat and abuse Abby multiple times. Excuse me. So he also fucked up when he proceeded to cheat on, abuse Abby multiple times. And I did not add this beforehand, but he had actually gotten her pregnant, but she had a miscarriage. So thank God, right? Because that would have been I wouldn't be surprised if he had other kids just lurking around with how he was moving. But like, she did have a miscarriage by him. My thing is, if you're gonna be that dirty and low down with your dick, okay, like at least protect yourself. Like the way people just don't think, because it's one thing that you're cheating, it's another thing if you're cheating and you're just not protecting yourself. That is because, pregnancy aside, she could have gotten something like an STD. Like, come on, bro, come on. Lyndon fucked up when he told Abby, when he told Abby to quit her bottle girl career so that she could be with him. I don't know. That just pisses me off. And I know that women are conditioned more to like, you know, kind of give up their livelihood at the sacrifice of their partners, their husbands, their family. I know that we're conditioned to do that, but like, how are you going to tell her to quit her job as being a bottle girl and then proceed to cheat on her with all the bottle girls? Like, what does that even look like? Like, I just don't. Someone explain that logic to me. Someone explain that logic. Somebody explain it. I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. Where Landon also fucked up is developing a parasocial relationship with Liz while having a girlfriend. No parasocial relationship need to be happening if you have a girlfriend, okay? Parasocial to the point where you feel moved and compelled to lay over it, like meet said person you have a relationship with over in Athens, Greece, and then proceed to start a relationship with them. Parasocial relationships are a bad idea, okay? We got to work on that. You don't know these people. You don't know who they are. You don't know how they operate. And as like a creator, honestly, I mean, we'll get to Wizard Liz soon, but like, you need to be very, very careful about like who steps up in your orbit and who's trying to like love bomb you and convince you that, you know, they're everything that you ever wanted, because they're probably watching your content and trying to figure out who you are as a person and what your personality is, and if they can adapt to it like a chameleon, okay? Landon also fucked up when he stalked Liz overseas. He was stalking. If he was able to find out that like Liz was in Athens, Greece, and he somehow was there and they were able to meet, he was stalking that girl. Okay, he's a weirdo. In Abby's story, she mentioned how he stalked her, especially when they were far done with the relationship and Abby had moved on. He had stalked her in like a Sephora in Dubai, I believe. Some country like Dubai. Just weirdo behavior. I'm not gonna lie, just very weirdo behavior. Landon also fucked up with all of his manipulation of Liz moving him in, marrying him, and then somehow getting 4 months pregnant in under a year. Okay. Cheated on Liz while being 4 months pregnant. Come on, bro. Lock in. Not really locking in, okay? That's also where he fucked up. And probably got in Liz's ear. Definitely. I know for a fact. Okay? Probably got in Liz's ear to try and defend himself against Liz's audience towards all the backlash that was coming out about him cheating on Liz and what Abby had said about him. Okay, like that's probably what happened. And then like low-key slut shaming Abby for being with the sugar daddy when he was over here sleeping with like a whole roster of people. Like he wasn't playing her the whole time. Like, I don't know. That's just weirdo behavior to me. That's a little weird. That's a little odd. We fucked up there too, Landon. And unnecessary love bombing is the last one. That's also where we mess up as well. Okay. And so moving on to the final person, the final party in this drama. Where did Wizard Liz fuck up? Okay, so she dated one of her supporters based on parasociality and not professionalism. I mentioned this before. That is a very big red flag as a content creator. You never, ever, ever want to date your fans. That power dynamic, whether you see it or not, will always be there. They're always going to be in a position of wanting to please you. I never understood, because this isn't just something that happens with Wizard Liz. This has happened like constantly with creators who express interest in people who watch their content, right? I think Vosh got into a situation with someone on Discord where like there was a weird power imbalance and he just shared inappropriate photos with a girl who was like really into him because he was like a creator she liked. As a content creator, something I noticed about content creators is that the professionalism isn't really there when it comes to stuff like this. The PR isn't really there when it comes to stuff like this. And I think this is what has ultimately made content creators way more successful than like traditional celebrities, is because they don't have a team telling them what to do and when to do it. It develops a form of authenticity if it feels impromptu, even if it's still in some way manufactured, or some way the videos feel like formulaic with punchy titles that make you want to click. And then and then adding little tidbits into your video to make it like more successful. There is still this element of impromptu unprofessionalism that leads to some form of authenticity that a lot of consumers of social media, for the most part, everybody enjoys about content creators, right? However, I think it's important for content creators to understand that when they do inevitably reach a level of success, or maybe they don't ever reach that level of success, it doesn't really matter. You have to be very, very careful about how people approach you and how people are trying to maneuver their way into getting more access to you. Okay. Where Liz messed up primarily is that she should have never dated one of her supporters. She could have dated somebody who was a content creator doing something similar, making the same amount of waves as she was, maybe even the same amount of money as she was, I don't know. Maybe she could have dated like somebody who was like a social media manager, who kind of runs the behind the scenes of a lot of these content creators, a PR person, somebody who works in entertainment. But dating like a random schmuck like Landon based off of like a parasocial connection, and you're up here with the 8.15 million subscribers, and the 5.5 million followers on Instagram, and Lord knows how many followers you have on TikTok. No. You never want to date your fans. It always gets weird. All right. You move said supporter, okay, because he's a supporter first. He's not he's not coming in trying to actually date you because, you know, he wants to grow and build. Okay, he sees you as a trick. Like, let's just be honest. He sees you as a trick or a way to get access to you. Okay, so you move said supporter into your home after an impromptu trip in Athens, Greece. In Athens, Greece, right? You move said supporter into your home. You guys are dating. You guys are married. You married supporter. You married a supporter based on parasociality. It wasn't even a casual supporter who had other shit going on for them. A parasocial relationship of supporter. You move into your home and you marry them in a little under a year. And then on top of that, you get pregnant by the same supporter in a little under a year as well. Yes, Heaven, Athens, Georgia. Yes. What are we doing, though? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? No. Okay? And so when all this stuff comes out, that Landon is in fact cheating on you while you are 4 months pregnant, okay? Now we are shaming the woman that is sharing a story similar to what is going on with you. You shamed Abby's line of work, especially if allegedly, this is a big fat allegedly, I can't confirm if Wizard Liz might have been in the same field. Again, nothing wrong with that. And then you proceed to leverage your audience to defend this booger of a man, this shit stain of a man. And I just gotta say, okay, all right, like, you know, frontal lobe development, not really there. Girl, what are we doing? What are this, like, and we're gonna get into this, okay? Your audience isn't for that. You haven't made your brand off of that. Like, what do you mean you're going to leverage your audience to defend Landon and slut shame Abby? What is going on? This is not the audience for that. You are in the wrong environment. You are in the wrong space, okay? Because now it looks like she did not practice what she preached. Again, another thing that she fucked up with, right? And I know we all make mistakes, okay? Love is the number one thing out there where we will look dumb and stupid and be loud and wrong. Okay, love definitely does that to people. We got to stop acting like, you know, with like these decentering movements of whether it's men or women, I don't care, right? Like, we got to stop acting like people don't want to find love and people don't want to connect and people are willing to do stupid shit for love. Okay, we're not robots, we're humans. We long for connection. Okay, so I get that we all make mistakes, but men like Landon are awful. So I am going to try to give grace to Wizard Liz towards her feeling like she has to leverage her audience to defend Landon. The Cindy Noir made a great video on this whole debacle because she was getting backlash on TikTok. But more or less what she said, and maybe I can pull up her video. But she basically said that Wizard Liz is trying to defend her choice in Landon, in believing in Landon. And that's why she is doing all of this, like, hey guys, please defend him, he's going through it, he's struggling right now. And it just doesn't look at, like, I know that, like, she's a lifestyle coach, right? And I know that she's imperfect because she's a person, but the optics just don't look good when you don't really practice what you preach, and when it does in fact look like you are trying to defend your choice in a man, or when you're trying to like not be in camaraderie with a woman who was negatively impacted by the husband, that the man that you decided to marry. Okay. And then ultimately, which is the big theme, this is going to be like a theme of like, for like the next couple of years of like my channel and what I like to encourage people to do. But she did not practice discernment while positioning herself as a figure that does. Okay. If you are positioning yourself as a self-help girly pop, okay, as one that gives advice on how to become rich, on how to become seductive, on how to lose weight. Girl, you weren't even that big. What are we doing? It's okay. How to receive princess treatment, how to realize when it's time to let go, how to become, like, just giving a bunch of this advice, right? There is an unspoken expectation that you either have wisdom or you're really good at like picking things out, weeding things out, and practicing discernment. And the veil starts to get lifted when you start making mistakes and believing in men like Landon. The veil starts to lift when you move a Landon into your home in a little under a year, okay? Again, I'm not trying to shame Liz. I'm just calling it what it is, okay? She did not practice good discernment while positioning herself as somebody who does, who has all this wisdom, who has all this advice, who knows what she's talking about. We're taking our power back. We're stop feeding the demons. Oh, that's serious. That's serious. That's good. That's good. Good for you, Liz, okay? But like how to protect your energy. If you're positioning yourself in a form as somebody who has, in the form of somebody who has some sort of wisdom, people are expecting you to know better, okay? And so when you are not practicing what you preach, if you're not practicing knowing better or understanding when things could go wrong, when where the red flags are, you start to discredit your brand a little bit, okay? And so that goes into the next slide. Okay, so what can we learn from this? What can we learn? What can we learn as viewers from this, or as people who, I don't know, potentially want to be content creators? I don't know. Or just just in their life in general, okay? Number one, your brand, your personal brand is always going to be greater than somebody's son, okay? Make it a little bit more, I don't know, gender neutral. Somebody's crotch goblin. Yeah. Let me make the font spots. But really, I mean to say somebody's son. Okay. Your brand is always going to be bigger, should always be bigger, and should always be more prioritized than somebody's son, okay? If you try to incorporate your personal brand with somebody's son, you have the potential of wearing clown makeup and inevitably looking like a clown, okay? These people will embarrass you. People like a Landon will try to embarrass you. People who are trying to prey on what you have in your life, the success that you've amassed, the following you have amassed, the influence, even just aura. You don't even have to have anything physical like money, just aura in general. People like a Landon will ruin your personal brand and will make a fool out of you if you start incorporating them into your personal, wait, where was it? Where she was like, into your personal brand, okay? Into your personal brand, all right? They will make a mockery out of you. Your brand should never be bigger than somebody's son, somebody's crotch goblin, somebody's daughter, okay? You want to separate the two, all right? If he's acting goofy, leave him or them, or do not expose them to your platform. Because I know people can't just up and leave. I know it may be complicated. There might be abuse going on. There might be custody battles, which is why, again, I don't really like the direction a lot of this empowerment movement is going into, because it leaves a lot less room for nuance, right? It leaves less room for nuance, okay? But if he is acting goofy, you need to either do one of the two. Keep it hush hush, or leave him. Okay, because this bubble bass type ninjas will destroy your personal brand. They always do. Bubble Bass was in SpongeBob SquarePants' work place of establishment, complaining about not having any pickles. Okay, still no pickles. Okay, like, do you really think that that's employment behavior? That's employed behavior? Tying it back in, this idiot over here, Landon, was busy giving both of these women flowers, both of these women, or at least Abby flowers, creating songs, chocolates, love bombing the hell out of both of them. Do you think that's employment behavior? Do you think love bombing is truly employment behavior? I just want you to ask yourself that, okay? Be careful of the love bombers, all right? They will bring you down, okay? Again, you incorporate your personal brand with somebody's child, somebody's crotch goblin, okay? You're going to end up with clown makeup when they inevitably disappoint you, okay? Make sure you separate the two. You got to separate the two, okay? All right? That's why these couples channels never work out. They never work out. They never work out. These couples channels never work out because why? You have latched your personal brand onto somebody's child, somebody's crotch goblin, somebody's son, somebody's daughter, and then you end up looking like an idiot when y'all break up. Okay. Hopefully this is after you guys decide to make all the money you need to, but like you have to be careful. All right. What you can learn, number one, is separate your brand from the relationships that you have with somebody's child, because they will embarrass you. Okay. In this case, we're talking about women. So, and you know, straight women. So like somebody's son is going to embarrass you. Okay. All right. Lesson number 2. What else can we learn? Slow the fuck down. Okay, we do not need to be going fast. Sonic says, slow it the fuck down. Okay, you don't know this MFer, bruh. Okay, I don't care how much money you have, especially if you have a lot of money, how much security there may be perceived to be with the amount of money you have. You need to slow down, because what do you mean you're making all of this money as a content creator? Some dude finesses you into you wanting to move him into your establishment and y'all wanting to be married. I most certainly hope a prenup was signed. He has nothing. If it does not work out, if she does not want to be with this man anymore, he is going to drag her in the court of law. He is going to squeeze every single dime out of her. And the same way he was stalking Abby, because like stalking her therapist, stalking her in Dubai, stalking her partner, all of that, he's going to do the same to her if they try to divorce. And it's not going to be pretty. It is not going to be a pretty situation. You need to slow down when you make these decisions, especially if you have a lot of means, okay? People are preying on your downfall when you have a lot of means. People are love bombing you a lot when you have a lot of means, okay? You gotta be careful. That's if you have a lot to lose, that's even more of a reason to slow it down. A lot of folks don't have your best interest at heart. They don't. It's just real talk. It's real talk, okay? All right. It's almost gonna be midnight. Okay. A lot of people don't have your best interest at heart. Okay. They are looking for a come up. This shit stain of a human being did to Wizard Liz, okay, is textbook city girl logic. Okay, he went to the school of Young Miami and Jatavia, okay. Saucy Santana, maybe, okay. Landon needed a come up, and Liz was his trick. Okay, like, I'm just being real here. He needed to come up. Liz was his trick. Liz fell for it, and it's probably still falling for it. And then, and the words of Tyra Banks, you need to learn something from this, okay? You need to be careful about people like a Landon, okay? people who have a lot to lose, people who have money like that, people who have stability like that aren't out here making the same moves, doing city girl type stuff like a Landon, okay? Like they're not doing that. All right. They're over here trying to figure out how y'all can grow and build together. Okay. They're not doing what Landon did. Okay. So, you need to slow down. You need to slow it the fuck down. And this isn't just for love, because I'm not a love guru coach or whatever. This is just for like life in general. If it's for friendships, I have seen friendships get very, very toxic because folks weren't slowing down. People were saying, oh, that's my bestie, that's my girl, don't play about mine, and then they end up falling out in a little under 6 months. You need to slow down. Okay, you don't know these people. All right. It's okay to have a few friends. It's okay to not find that number one main squeeze, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just take it easy. You don't know these people, especially the more successful you become. You're not going to know these people. The more secure in yourself you become, the more financially stable you become, you're not going to know these people. You can't just move somebody in all willy-nilly off of them being obsessed or perceiving to be obsessed with the content that you create. Okay, do not do that. They will destroy your life. Okay. Number 3, and this is very important for anybody consuming content, but also for people who are looking to be content creators. What do I know? I haven't even cleared 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube, and I haven't even cleared 1,000 followers on my TikTok, and I don't even want to talk about Instagram, though I do know a few things. And I think we can come out of this with a few lessons. All right. You need to know your audience. You need to know, like, this is some PR shit. I feel like you need to know what is going to work on your audience. You can't, you can't just expect or leverage your audiences in ways that don't align with the brand that you've created, with your brand values. Okay. Prime example, Wizard Liz is a woman empowerment content creator. A lot of her content is very focused on, being seductive, being divine feminine, being, confident, being a woman that's confident. She has made her divot. In that space. She has made a prominent crevice. Like, you can see it from 5 miles away type crevice in that space. Okay. If you are a woman empowerment content creator, a lot of these creators thrive off of the hetero pessimism of it all. I'm not going to get into it. They thrive off of saying decenter men, men are awful, men are incapable of emotion. Right, Evan? Men, I hate them, right? And the same way that the red pill spaces were like, women, I hate them, you know what I mean? That's what they do for the most part, okay? I don't know what this new rebranded version of like wannabe feminism that's going on right now, but it's not like, we can do a whole nother conversation on how I feel about these movements and how I don't think they're empowering at all. But like, we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. That'll probably be another musty deck. But like, if your audience is rooted in women empowerment, if mostly women are probably watching your content as aspirational content on how they can self-actualize and do better for themselves, okay? You cannot expect your woman empowerment audience that you built to defend your cheating husband and not the girl, again, this girl, Abby, that was harmed by said cheating husband. As we all like to say, that's not girls' behavior. To be honest, nobody really is a girl's girl. But like, like any girl that says, oh, you're such a girl's girl, or I'm a girl's girl, like, okay, all right, sure. But like, to be honest, if you are positioning yourself as like big sis advice, pretty successful woman giving advice to other women on how to, like, do better in their life, right? It does not look, the optics don't look good, and it clearly isn't the move to demand that your audience defend your cheating husband, and to demand that your audience not side with the girl who was harmed by your cheating audience or your cheating husband. Okay? That does not look good. As I mentioned before, okay, it's giving we didn't practice what we preached. It's giving we positioned ourselves as a beacon of wisdom, as a beacon of advice, and we let the worst type of individual come into our life and mess it up for us and ultimately destroy our brand, because what we put our brand, our personal brand, in the same hierarchy as somebody's son, and now we look like we're a clown with clown makeup on, and now we're doing clown type shit, demanding our women empowerment audience to defend a shit stain of a person who is apparently clearly abusive, clearly manipulative, clearly verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, love bombing, all of that, in hopes that women empowerment audience will defend your actions. No, your audience isn't built on that. Look at the constructs of women empowerment right now. A lot of them hate men, and they like men for breathing. If a man breathes wrong, if a man breathes wrong, there's trouble. Like, no lie, there's trouble. Oh my God, these spaces are so toxic. I'm so sorry. I sound like a pick me. Boo, pick me exes. I know. Whoa. Yeah, throw the tomatoes, okay? You can't demand, if you build your content off of empowering women and being a girl's girl, you can't demand that same audience defend somebody who has taken you out of your element of being a girl's girl, and who has also disrespected you, especially when you demand your audience not tolerate the same type of bullshit. It just doesn't look good. It weakens your personal brand, okay? All right? And it makes your audience not rely on you as a reputable source. Okay? All right. So this is where I come in and I give my internet big sis advice to all the girly pops, to all the femmes, the she, hers, the they, thems, even the masks and whatever inkling of dudes are here, okay? This is some internet big sis advice that I'm going to give you. All right? I'm not trying to give you cookie cutter self-help advice. I'm not trying to be Tony Robbins Jr., okay? I'm not trying to be Les Brown. I'm not trying to be Zig Ziglar. I'm not trying to be The Secret when I give you this advice. This is just something I need everybody to understand as we enter this culture of what's it called? Self-empowerment, self-help content creator spaces. We've thrown away feminism. We've introduced this, okay? Here's some advice I have, okay? We are in a commentary-based, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, toxic positive, faux self-help with the twinge, heavy on the twinge. It's not even a twinge at this point. It's like you spill all the garlic powder into the souffle type shit of heteropessimism era on the internet. That's what we're going through right now. That is exactly what we're going through right now. What Wizard Liz does isn't anything new. I can name 4 or 5 other women that do the same thing, maybe not as critically successful as a Wizard Liz, but they still do the same type of shit that she does. They do the same type of shit that she does, and they are very successful at it, okay? It's a content farm. This is what's popular. This is what's trending, okay? With that in mind, I can understand that people are lonely And not everyone can afford these damn nats. Not everyone can afford therapy. I completely understand that. I get that. I know. All right. Therapy can be very expensive. I can see the spectacle in this type of content being accessible to people. If you can't afford $150, $200, $300 therapy session, it's easier for you to listen to a self-help improvement coach for 20, 30 minutes out of your day to motivate you to do better. I get it. Okay. But I also need you to understand that a lot of the self-help advice lifestyle coaches, the self-empowerment coaches, whether it be female empowerment, male empowerment, I'm so sorry, I'm working on like not saying female, people don't like that word, so women empowerment, okay. So sorry guys. A lot of these coaches that are popping up out of nowhere is because the grift is lucrative. Okay, I know some girly pops that got started vlogging. All of a sudden, when the 2020s hit, they were y'all's favorite self-help coach. I don't know what happened. Maybe they read How to Win Friends and Influence People, 7 Healthy Habits of Highly Effective People, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Secret, all in one go. But I guess they decided this is the direction we're going into. I'm going to be a self-help coach. All right, that's where we are at. A lot of these people are popping out of nowhere. We see it with the women empowerment content. We see it with the male empowerment content. Okay, we see it in the manifestation content. We're going through a spiritual, religious renaissance. Okay, if you will, where people, your favorite influencers are rebranding into Christians. Yeah, and going into that grift, okay? Because they know that, you know, religious people will support you blindly just in the name of being spiritual or religious or godly or whatever you believe in, right? And so while some, I will say, some do mean well, some genuinely mean well, and in their heart of hearts are trying to do good and trying to make people feel better. It's mostly a grift though. Most people who get involved in this type of content, most people like a Wizard Liz are grifting, okay? They are grifting. If you feel brave enough to come out with a video like, what is this? How to stop being lazy and pathetic, girl. Like, and it's like that tough love, get up, come on, work out, fatty, like that type of shit. It's just like, come on, dude. Like, you don't know what mental health issues they're going into. And that's the problem with a lot of this self-help, self-life guru, self-life coaching advice is that it can only take you so far if you're genuinely having like a mental health crisis or a mental health concern that you don't even know about. You need to go to a therapist, okay? You have to, absolutely have to, all right? Non-negotiable. Life coaches, especially these types of life coaches, do not substitute therapy, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, especially people on the internet. Because this is what's trending now, okay? This is what's trending. This is what's popular. And again, it's a grift. It's a grift to get you to spend more time interacting with their content, for you to buy their products, their courses, if they have them. You gotta be so for real, okay? You gotta be so for real, and you gotta be aware of what is actually happening in the social media space and why this type of content keeps popping up. Very quickly, okay, I really want to unpack this, but most of these gender empowerment spaces are very toxic. They are incredibly toxic. I know, boo, pick me. I know. Okay, hear me out, okay? from what I've seen in these spaces, okay, and I'm not going to sit on this too long because I said I wasn't going to do the gender war bullshit, okay, but it seems like for man, basically textbook definition is man is successful, he must be alpha and strong. For women to be successful, she must be beta and submissive. And somehow there is power in that, in yin and yang and whatever BS that they're going to try and sell you. And I'm here to say no, okay? They are requiring you, like a lot of this content, these empowerment spaces, these manifestation, even big on religious content, right? Gendered empowerment spaces, gender war type content. A lot of it is forcing you to perform a version of gender expression that can be harmful to most people because a lot of us don't fit in that expression of gender or the gender requirements, okay? Especially if you're a person of color and you're trying to perform, whether it be like femininity, I'm going to just talk about women, perform femininity based through the lens of whiteness, okay? It's going to be incredibly difficult for you to perform that version of gender in a white aligned world, okay? It's going to be very difficult. I know I'm getting woke. Woo, boo, woke exes, no. Okay, and with that in mind, most people won't be able to attain the unrealistic standard of masculinity and femininity found within these male empowerment and women empowerment spaces. The goalposts will keep moving constantly. For women, the beauty standards will always be changing. Okay, notice how in the 2000s you had to be skinny with big tits. In the 2010s you had to be curvy with a fat ass. And in the 2020s they just want you skinny again. Okay, they don't care. They just want you skinny. All right, the goalpost keeps moving for the beauty standards. All right, and also, if we could talk about the men real quickly, what's considered masculine do be changing. In the 1800s, George Washington was strolling up here in heels and a lace front. My guy, Prince, David Bowie, also strolling up in heels. And Prince especially with assless chaps. And a lot of the 80s stars were very like androgynous with the glam rock metal and all of that. You know what I mean? The goalpost for masculinity and femininity keeps changing. And so to rely so heavily on people like, you know, the Wizard Liz or any other empowerment within these gendered empowerment spaces to tell you how you need to perform your gender is ultimately going to be to your demise. It's raining outside, so I'm checking to see if I have any water bugs. Excuse me. It's a Georgia thing. We get a lot of water bugs. So anyway, so you have to be very, very careful. All right. You're not going to be able to obtain the demand of gender performance in these spaces. You're not going to be able to. It's going to always move. The goalpost is going to move. And I know they model themselves as like the ideal image of like what it means to be a woman, the ideal image of what it means to be a man. But the truth is that there are so many ways to be a woman, to perform womanhood. There are so many ways to be a man and to perform manhood. And honestly, I feel like the reason why this type of content has gotten really popular is because, we have now entered a phase in society where we are finally ready to unpack gender versus like biology, being a woman versus being a female, being a man versus being a biological male. Okay. And I think a certain side doesn't like that, because as soon as we start having conversations about, gender being a performance, people like it gets harder to control people or to demand men to stay in their place and women to stay in their place. It gets more complicated. People are now realizing, well, no, I don't really have to stay in my place because that's not how I choose to express myself. I do think that content like this is a nefarious push towards traditional gender roles. Ooh, though, but look at her. Oh, I can't see it. Dang, that's a nice picture of her though, huh? Yeah, I like those shoes. That's a cute little picture of her. I like the dress too. But like, you know what I'm saying? You pick up what I'm putting down. Like, I feel like this world and this country does need, especially Western culture does need unrealistic, ooh, here we go, woke X is coming through, heteronormative gender roles in order to run. It does. It needs what happened to the nuclear family household, and it needs, a woman needs to stay home and cook and clean and work on being seductive and finding her husband, and a man needs to bring home the bacon. And honestly, we're all miserable under it, right? One benefits significantly more from it, but they're still miserable. Like, we're all miserable. And a lot of this self-help coaching shit encourages that type of mentality. It encourages, you know, how to be seductive, how to, you know, lose weight without trying, how to fit into this unrealistic box of being a woman that you're probably never going to fit into, or fight your like whole entire life trying to fit into. And for what reason? All of that work, and where did it get me? Did you see Audra McDonald's? Okay, sidebar. Did you guys see Audra McDonald's performance for the Tonys? I don't watch the Tonys like that, and I've never seen Gypsy. Okay, that's the name of the play. All right, sorry. But Audra McDonald, like, not knowing anything, I know I'm recording this video for YouTube, but I gotta let it out. Not knowing anything about what the movie or the musical Gypsy is about, from her performance at the Tony Awards, I for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my ancestors or something, I just like, it immediately like clicked for me, like what she was talking about and what she was going through. Like, I felt that through my mom, through my aunts, through my grandma. Like, oh my God, such an amazing performance. But like, you do, like Audra McDonald is saying all that work on what did it get me? Mama Rose is saying all of that, right? You're gonna do all of this work to try and be like this and constantly keep struggling, because where is it gonna get you? Trying to obtain another unrealistic beauty standard. Trying to obtain another version of femininity after you fought and scratched so hard to match up with this version. Okay, you need to be careful. Okay, all right. Your internet big sis, your internet woke big sis is telling you to be careful with a lot of this type of content. Okay, and for some final thoughts. Some final thoughts that I'd like to take away from this is that a lot of people are speaking on things that they have no qualifications for. They have no qualifications at all. Where are the qualifications? Are the qualifications in the room with us? Is it under the sofa? Is it in the cabinets? Is it behind the TV? Is it in the closet? Where is it in the room? Because it isn't in here with us, okay? A lot of people are speaking on things and giving you advice on things that they are not qualified for. They have no credentials. They have no success stories. They are just speaking honestly, genuinely. The only success stories that they have are their own personal, unique experiences and just vibes. Just vibes. Personal, unique experiences and vibes. And I'm sorry, if you're going to position yourself as a subject matter expert, if you're going to position yourself as somebody who is wise, who has a lot of wisdom and understanding, you cannot just move on personal, authentic experiences and vibes and maybe what you read in The Secret and How to Win Friends and Influence People. You cannot, okay? If you absolutely need to find a life coach, all right, you need to find somebody with success stories. All right, quick story time. Let's see if I can pull this up. let me see. Matchmaker. Okay, so we're gonna have to go on my TikTok real quick. I'm sorry, seeing all my business, because I gotta bring this point home. Okay, girl cut her dreads. This happened like months ago, and it just always girl cut her dreads for rich man. Okay, but who? Okay, let's pause real quickly. All right, so I'm just gonna put the context, floating player, what is that? Oh, okay. We're gonna look at this in context, okay? Because I think this is a good example of what I'm talking about. All right, so lovely lady to the left, dread-headed woman, formerly a dread-headed woman, right? Ended up cutting off her hair because lovely lady to the, sorry, I thought I saw a water bug. Lovely lady to the left had told her, is a matchmaker and a life coach, and told her that if she wanted to get a higher quality man, a man of substance and a man of means, she might want to consider cutting off her hair, cutting off her dreadlocks. Let me see if there is a video. Yeah, she had like little baby locks, starter locks, I don't know. But she gave that advice to her. Now, was she mean about it? No, she was actually really, really nice and very sweet. She was like, that might be something you might want to consider doing. So like everybody, I feel like when people were making commentary about this, while it was coming from a place of, okay, so this is, you know, anti-black, like, you know, this is effed up. Her delivery wasn't that like awful, you know, it wasn't like, oh, well, you look like a, you know, like it was like, you might want to consider doing this if you're trying to get a different type of person, right? And so this lovely lady does it. She ends up cutting her hair, okay? And so here's where I have questions, right? Because I don't know the tea on like how well this woman on the right knows, formerly dreadlocked woman on the right, now pixie cut woman, knows life coach, I guess, Ashley L. Dalton, right? Advice to level up your life, right? I don't know how well she knows her, okay? But my question is, as somebody who is like making a significant change, us as Black women, it's very hard for us to grow our hair out, very, very difficult. But making a significant change as to cut your hair based off of the advice of this life coach you met online, where are the credentials? Where are the credentials and success stories of what she is saying actually works? At least with Shira 7, you know, like not to compare, but a lot of girls will say, she changed my life. I don't know how true that is, but like, but where are the success stories with this one? Where, like, you claim your advice to level up your life. Where can I find that information? Is it on a website? Do you have a website? Or are we just going on live every day and just saying what's on the top of her head? I'm not saying that's what she does, but I am just saying that, like, you're over here listening to the advice of another person, lovely, lovely woman, very beautiful woman, who's telling you that if you want a different quality of man, you're gonna have to cut off your hair, and you do it, but you haven't looked into the credentials as to whether what they're saying is right or not. You haven't looked into the success stories. You haven't looked into anything. You just did it just cause, okay? And then lo and behold, she ends up doing it. She ends up cutting off her hair, and now she's thinking, oh, like I can get my high profile, high value man of wealth, man of means. Now she's saying that a lot of men are intimidated by her pixie haircut. Okay? They're intimidated. And so my question, not so much for the life coach, but so much for the young lady, right? Because the life coaches, self-help people, honey, nowadays it's a scam and it's a grift. They're grifting and they're scamming, okay? So like the scammer's gonna scam, that's what they're gonna do. Am I saying that she in particular is trying to be a scammer? I don't know. I don't watch enough of her to know, okay? But something I will say about her, the young lady to the right, is that why didn't we do some research first to figure out if this is reputable advice, if this is fair advice? And who knows? Maybe she would have cut off her hair because, she was tired of locks and she wanted something different. That's also fine. But like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean is that you have to be incredibly careful with who is out here giving you the advice that they are giving you. Okay. All right. You have to be careful. Folks are out here creating brands, selling courses, selling ebooks, selling, going on live streams off of shit they don't know or they don't have experience in. And because they speak with enough conviction and passion, like myself, right? Y'all are believing it. Like, y'all are just believing this type of advice. And you're like, well, obviously it must be true. They look the part, they dress the part. That's part of the grift. That's part of the grift. I can sit up here and sell all of you guys self-help, lifestyle coach, how to self-actualize and be a feminine woman type of advice too. I just have to, change this up. Get a silk press. Get me a nice trusty silk press. Okay. Light makeup, dainty jewelry, milkmaid dress, girl. And I would make money doing that. I would make so much money. I could teach you guys how to get a wealthy man. All right. I'm MILF age now, so I can do that. And y'all would probably believe me, but I'm telling you, it spells. You are under spells. Okay. And to bring it back to Liz, to bring it back to the wizard Liz. Okay. All right. No ageism. Okay. Just bear with me. Okay. All right. No ageism. But Wizard Liz is a 24-year-old woman giving life coach, self-help, empowerment advice to other 25-year-old women and younger. Okay. That's what Wizard Liz is doing. Okay. Again, no ageism. But with all due respect, what on earth does Miss Mams know about life, bro? What do you know about life? What do I know about life? I am about to be 31 and I don't even know that much about life. Okay. All right. Again, MILF age. Okay. I am about to be 31 and I don't know that much about life. And y'all are over here listening to a girl who is a woman who is 25 years old, has technically in adult years, has technically been an adult for about maybe like 5 years. And then if you count 18 and 19, 7 years, that's a 7-year-old adult. You've only been an adult. If you guys even want to count like 18 and 19 as being an adult, like you've only been an adult for 5 to 7 years. There is not much that you can tell people about life. There's not much to learn from. There's so many experiences you have. Another thing I want to unpack and I want to discuss and expand upon is when you reach this level of success at such a young age, right? Like in your early 20s, mid 20s, shit, even in your 30s, there starts to be a level of disconnection that you tend to have with your everyday audience that views you. And so while you're sitting up here making videos on like how to get rich, how to become wealthy, okay, and then shoving BetterHelp, oh God, and shoving BetterHelp sponsorships down your audience's throat. Do not get therapy from BetterHelp, please. BetterHelp is not the move. Okay, please don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Spells, people, you're under spells. But like, there's a disconnect, right? There's a disconnect in trying to explain to a regular everyday person who probably doesn't have the means, the resources, or the opportunities on how to get rich and hopefully get an 8.15 million subscriber count fan base that is willing to pay for your opportunities and is willing for you to pay for you to go to elaborate, expensive trips like in Athens, Greece, to meet a parasocial gooner who is trying to run a trick on you. Okay, you have to be very careful about that stuff. Okay, when you're watching these creators, there's going to be a level of disconnect that comes with people who, you know, reach a certain, you know, status in their content creation career and just their career in general, right? And there's nothing wrong with content creators being successful, but you just have to understand when it gets to like the financial talk, they are probably living, if they're not financial advisors, they're probably living a significantly different life than you can ever imagine, okay? They're over here taking expensive trips to Athens, Greece, letting parasocial gooners into their panties, impregnating them and marrying them. All right, that's what they have the privilege and resources to do. You, everyday 9-to-5 person, do not. Okay, you can't do that type of stuff. Okay, there was another life coach I used to follow, same one, who actually encouraged eating cucumbers and water to her platform, right? Also tried to give financial advice and started off her financial advice with the scenario of, let's just say you are making $10,000 a month. Let's just say you are making $10,000, $10,000 a month. No, that is not a common salary for an everyday person. Everyday people are not making $10,000 a month. Already the budget is fucked up. Okay, if you absolutely have to listen to financial advice, my favorite financial coach is the Financial Diet. I love her because she is so realistic with a lot of the financial advice she gives, especially when it comes to like hypergamy and, you know, marrying up. Like, she gives very, very good advice that just makes sense in the midst of all of this like hypergamy, gender war nonsense. Okay, like, I love her. Okay, like I said, Wizard Liz is 25. She doesn't know a lot about life, and you can obviously tell because something like this would not have happened with Landon. This would not have been a thing, right? And then this, especially not slowing the fuck down, would not have happened either. And then this especially would not happen too. Okay? We've only been an adult for about 5 to 7 years of our life. All right? Only been an adult 5 to 7 years of our life. You have to be so careful with who you are listening to. Okay? You have to practice some goddamn discernment. Okay, you just gotta practice it. Okay, you got to practice discernment. And what I mean when I say you are practicing discernment is that you have to understand that YouTube University can't do it all. YouTube University can't do it all. Yes, it can give you some wise words of encouragement, and maybe you can find a therapist on here who is giving you authentic, like genuine self-actualization content that could work, that resonates with you. But you gotta do the work. You gotta take things a step further. Y'all need to start vetting. Yes, Heaven, 120K a year. A lot of people don't be making that type of money. A lot of people don't be making 120K a year, okay? So already starting the budget off of $10,000 a month, I don't even know if we were talking about before or after taxes. Girl, hello, what are we doing? And then, Jesus. Okay, anyway, going back to the script, okay? You need to start vetting the people you are listening to. Everybody, okay? You need to start vetting the life coaches, The podcasters, me, you need to vet me. Sometimes I can be loud and wrong. I speak with enough conviction like everybody else, and I can be loud and wrong all the time, okay? But you need to start vetting. You have to be careful who is pouring into you and what advice they're giving you, because they could lead you down a completely different path that you never thought of. Very quickly, I mentioned how the women empowerment spaces are getting very popular. The male empowerment spaces are getting very popular. On the male empowerment side, we had Andrew Tate, okay? It came out that Andrew Tate was trafficking young girls out in Romania, but he was able to encroach in areas of the internet that he had no business of being in. He was able to get spotlighted on podcasts like Joe motherfucking Rogan, of all people. Our fallen soldiers, Brittany Renner, fell for whatever weird propaganda he had when she had him, when he had her on one of those podcasts with the Pearl lady, right? This man over here trying to give thoughtful advice, and later on it comes out that he's trafficking young girls in Romania and is currently going through the court justice system over there because of this. Okay, same with Shira 7. Now she is not as bad, but I gotta shove her in there. Shove her in there because she's over here modeling herself as a financial coach and a financial guru, but does not have any financial experience outside of learning how to pull one over on men, have them take care of you, and eventually become live in a very comfortable and a very luxurious life at the hands of using men, okay? But not really addressing how financial abuse can be a thing, not really addressing how you need to figure out what your plan B is if the abuse continues. What's gonna happen, like, if you can, like, what the game plan actually is if you want your own, or if you want to have your own, okay? All right. A lot of these people out here don't have your best interest at heart, as I mentioned. A lot of these folks out here have way different intentions when they are giving you this type of advice, and you have to be so careful on how you're going to apply it to your life. All right. Not everyone should be following a Shira 7's advice to the T. Not everyone should be following an Ashley Dalton's advice to the T. Not everyone should be following the Wizard Liz's advice to a T. A lot of people, I don't know if it's because we don't have media literacy anymore, I have no idea, but a lot of people don't understand how to apply specific pieces of advice to their life that looks good to them, that balances out or parallels what is currently going on in their life right now, okay? If I work a traditional 9 to 5, all right, and I have a lifestyle coach who's teaching me how to leverage my pretty privilege. I think Gorgeous Doll did this, right? And they're telling me that I need to either go to a bar or need to go to these fancy yacht parties and get in touch with these like super wealthy billionaire guys. Okay, right? And then talk with them and have conversations with them on somebody's boat in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, okay? If I work a 9 to 5 and a life coach is telling me to do that in order to get wealthy or obtain some sort of financial stability, all right? That probably won't be the best decision for me to do as a 9 to 5 girly pop. It might be the best decision for me if I'm a sex worker. Not if I'm a 9 to 5 girl. Not if I'm a 9 to 5 girl. No. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know what these people's backgrounds are. You don't know how, if they're dealing with their own mental health issues that they haven't gone into therapy for. Like, you just don't know, which is why you need to be so careful who is pouring into you, who is influencing you, because it's so easy for you to like get spoon-fed propaganda. And then before it's too late, you're over here just regurgitating their same talking points without like understanding the why behind it or the ultimate harm behind it. You're over here regurgitating how to be divine feminine and how to be elegant and how to be like a demure and mindful woman who wants an alpha male and who wants to be married and, sit at home or a stay at home mom and whatever. And you don't even know what that entails. You just know that somebody like a romanticized version of it on the internet, showed that image to you, and you thought it looked good, and you were like, okay, let's do it. You have to be careful who's pouring into you. All right. And last but not least, you need to go to fucking therapy. All right, we're lonely. We have issues. There's a lot of shit that's been happening over the past decade or so. There's a lot of shit that's happening now. All right. If you have $300, listen to me. If you have $300 to spend on a war room course or a one-on-one mentorship with any one of these scammers that are shoving BetterHelp sponsorships down your throat, then you have enough money to go to some damn therapy, okay? Damn it, go to therapy. The crux of this video is, if you can afford a $300 one-on-one life coaching course, you have enough to go to therapy with somebody who has what? Experience in what they are talking about, experience in what they are doing. Please fucking go to therapy. Don't play in my face, and don't go to BetterHelp. Okay? Don't go to BetterHelp. All right? You need to go to a therapist that has experience, that has success stories, that has good ratings. What happened to Yelp? They need to have a Yelp for all of these self-help people that are out here. What happened to Yelp? What happened? You need to Yelp these bitches. Okay, you need to Yelp these bitches. You need to fucking Yelp these bitches, okay? You need to look at these ratings and reviews. You need to read. You need to be like, okay, is therapist one good for me? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. All right? And honestly, therapy is a relationship, all right? I was able to go to a therapist early on, I want to say this year, I believe. No, I think last year, and then I could no longer afford to go. But like, if you have money to spend, please spend it on that. Don't spend it on people who are gonna spoon feed you what they read out of The Secret. You could read The Secret and figure it out yourself. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna end with. But JK, because I have some other things to talk about, okay? I know I said I had final thoughts, but I just got to get this out. I got to get this off my chest. I got to talk about it, okay? I just find it a little funny, because just watch me cook, okay? While the Wizard Liz was going through her drama of this man cheating on her while she's 4 months pregnant, it could be because she is in fact pregnant that people are going easy on her. I know that her audience is more like white woman leaning. Like, I don't know. I just get the vibe. Okay. A lot of the people who were commentating on, like the whole Wizard Liz situation were really offering her a lot of grace for, all of the, is it safe to say, mistakes that she made. There were some women who were offering her grace and saying like, oh, well, this sucks. I know she's pregnant, but like we gotta just kind of, hopefully she can snap out of it. And like, I get it. She's 4 months pregnant. This is a lot on her. Okay. Again, this is not a takedown. I'm not trying to take this woman down. Okay. I'm just not. That's not what I'm trying to do. All right. However, when Halle Bailey came out as pregnant, or was trying to hide her pregnancy because of what was going on in with Disney and her being the Little Mermaid and all of that, a lot of us did not provide her with the same grace for the mistakes she made with DDG. And I know it's a little too late because we're past the grace part, right? Like, we're now at the part where it's like, Halle, yeah, this did not have to happen with DD. Like, this really did not have to happen. But I was a little hesitant of making this video because I was worried with just how people on TikTok were coming for people who were critical of the Wizard Liz, right? I was a little hesitant to come out with this video because people were like, well, she's pregnant and you don't know what she's going through, and she's going through a lot, and and it's like, the Wizard Liz over here, all right, gets all of this grace, Hallie does not. The Wizard Liz over here, her experience probably doesn't expand any further than your generic self-help books that you can read in a little under a week, right? And regurgitate those opinions back to you, right? Halle Bailey is like a critically acclaimed singer, actress, The Little Mermaid, damn it, a Disney princess. And like, she doesn't get the same type of grace. Being pregnant, the mistakes she makes, both of them made the same mistake. And I just like observe how ruthless y'all are towards Black women. I just didn't think we'd get there, but like, you all are very ruthless. Very ruthless, not understanding, you know, that it takes two to tango. That, you know, Hallie technically is a grown woman. Now we're all like, well, damn, Hallie, we wish you never got with DDG because he's an awful human being now that everything's gotten out. But I just find it funny how people can afford grace to someone like a Wizard Liz, but be super critical and super judgmental to someone like a Halle Bailey. And that just kind of bothers me. Like, a Wizard Liz gets warranted mistakes, right? Like, she's probably gonna, like, probably gonna make more mistakes after this. Especially if we're here. Defend my cheating husband. Okay? Yeah, we're okay? Halle doesn't get that. Halle has to be perfect, squeaky clean, because you expect Black women like Halle to be perfect, squeaky clean. They cannot make mistakes. Anytime they make a mistake. Yeah, look at Megan, y'all. Whew. Can we talk about it? Megan didn't even get pregnant. She just slept around. And the same aunties who are out here shaming Megan were probably the same ones popping it on a handstand at Freaknik. Sleeping around too. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I just wanted to make that comparison real quick. Like, it's really hard for me to give people like the Wizard Liz grace, especially when I know the extent of their talent is them giving regurgitated faux toxic positive advice. And the only reason why I'm giving her grace now, and then it also comes out that like she's not defending this Abby person and the whole situation, and is standing by her husband and demand that everybody else stand by her. And the only thing that is like allowing me to give her grace now is that she is pregnant, you know, and that is very stressful to go through while being pregnant. But I just know that like if Wizard Liz looked like a Halle Bailey, there would be no grace, would be out the window. Grace would be absolutely out the window. Okay, I just know it for a fact. All right, that is it. That is the end of my TED Talk. Thank you so much. Musty Deck is now done. So let's see what we can do here. We can play some Disney Channel games. We can play some. What can we play? We can play Marble Rivals. We can play more Infinity Nikki. This dress is so tea. I can't get over it. I can't get over this dress. Or we could play Disney Channel games. I haven't played a Disney Channel game in a while, so I think I might warm up with that, and then maybe I might play some Marble Rivals. I think I have an hour left here, and I might head out. But yeah, that is all my advice on the Wizard Liz. And anybody watching this, let me know if there's something you want me to talk about that I can make a musty deck on. I already have ideas. I really want to make a musty deck on, girl, all the shit that's happening with Cooking with Kaya. But like, here's the thing online. I don't really care about Cooking with Kaya that much. Like, it's not like, I don't like her, like she's just a girl, I don't care. It's like, I really don't have much to say about someone like a Cooking with Kaya, if that makes any sense. Like, it's just very unfortunate. But I think, here's what I'll say. I think Cooking with Kaya, Brittany Love, and India Love Westbrook, and who's that girl? The Modesty girl? Marie J. Modesty. J. Marie Modesty. Wait, we don't. Okay, hold on. J. Marie. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. The girl who started. She used to be an IG baddie, and then is this her? She used to be an IG baddie, and then she did a very aggressive rebrand. This isn't her, but she did a rebrand into Modesty Culture. But that model too, she used to be an IG baddie. I think they all have something in common, and one out of the four of them are doing something different. And I want to talk about it, but I'm nervous to talk about it because I don't want to sound like a hater, because I'm not hating. I'm just observing. I'm observing what's happening. All right, I feel like the baddies are losing their power.
The Florida
They're
coast.
losing their power. They are losing their power to streamer bros, and that should not be happening. All right,
Make it a verbo for your next Florida coast trip.
that should not be happening. The world is imbalanced. You gotta fully grown men and young boys giving tips to streamer bros while they sit up here and brag about how much money they get to spend on private jet trips. Okay, so we're gonna play a sandwich game with Stitch. Okay. Y'all remember this game? This game was fun. But it started to not get fun when like the spoiled shit like started spilling. That's when it was not fun. But like when it continued to be fun was this. Okay, yeah, okay, bacon. I wonder what happens when I drop stuff. Do I lose points? See that moldy cheese? Okay, let's see. Who puts a boot in the fridge though? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Like who's actually trying to put a boot in a fridge? Okay. Okay, peppers, bacon, lettuce. And who is this dude? Who is that? Who is this? Is he like Stitch's cousin? I know he could talk. And you know what else? You know what else? Now that we're here, now we're playing the Stitch sandwich game, okay? The Lilo and Stitch live action, I never saw it, all right? Ever since I heard that Piggly wasn't wearing a dress, or Peekly wasn't wearing a dress, I was like, that's not Lilo and Stitch. And then I realized that most of the aliens aren't aliens the whole time. Disney needs to quit it with the live action. This is not the move. They need to just make more original. They need to make more original movies, okay? They just gotta, I don't know who they need to bring in. Maybe someone like a John Lasseter, but not John Lasseter. They need to make more original content because this is embarrassing for them. Like they are embarrassing themselves because apparently at the very end of the movie, Nami, like, spoilers, Nami gives Lilo away to Child Protective Services. Huh? Girl, what? That's not how the movie ends. What is we doing? What is we doing? What is we doing? What is we doing? I don't know. I just think that if you're not going to do the original, first of all, like live action is never going to do the animated original justice. There's very few and far in between that do. I think One Piece live action is doing a wonderful job, but they got like the creator of One Piece actually working on the show. I think ever since like Disney, just how they are, like they just like eat stuff. Where's my arm? Just eat stuff, right? I think when they acquired the rights of Lilo and Stitch, whoever like produced the movie, whoever wrote for it, I think that they don't include them in the development, and so then they just miss the mark so badly. Like if you can't afford to make animated aliens, especially our animated aliens in a dress, then like and be diva'd out, then like don't make the movie. Just don't make the movie. All right, they're going a little fast. I don't like this. This game's always be going fast. Okay. Make it higher. Okay, I'm gonna make it higher. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, pickles, onions, pickles. No. Tomatoes? No shoe. Bacon? No! Okay. Whew, we're on level 10, guys. No! Oh god, it's going so fast. Oh, jeez. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Ah, ick meter. No, I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna prevail. Mayo, meat, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, mayo. Okay, I could actually use. Yeah. No. Ah. Damn it. Okay. Let's see what other game I can play. Brandy and Mr. Whisker's Jungle Party. Do they have my scene games? Oh, girl, they don't. They just have Disney. What am I doing? Ron's Free Fall. I think I remember this game.
How do you make an Airbnb a Verbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host who's showing you every room like you've never seen a house before. Now get rid of them. There you go. No host ever. Now it's a Verbo. Make it a Verbo.
Okay, so... Okay, let's make this big. Oh, what is this over here? All this code. Let's just ignore it. According to Mrs. Barkin, I'm going to fail history if I don't get this report turned in. Okay. Oh no. So move your mouse to guide wrong over the pages. Collect by earning points. So I have a question. So apparently Ron has to hand in this report, but he's with before Mrs. Barkin gets it, but he's with Kim on this mission because they're ride or dies, right? No, Hawkeye to her Black Widow or whatever. And why are you bringing the report to the mission? Why are you bringing the report to the mission? Like, whose idea was that? Not all the way there in the head, Ron. Like, if we're kicking ass and defeating Dr. Draken, what made you think that bringing your report? I don't know. Maybe it was like a one-off, like, Ron, we need to go to the mission now. But still, it's just like, girl, oh shit. Okay, this is a lot. Whoa! Hey! I don't like this game. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Kim, why don't you get these damn papers. Shit. I'm over here dodging. She goes blast and these rain clouds and shit. Why don't you help? God. Oh, okay. How was I supposed to avoid that though? You tell me. You tell me. I want to know. I want to know. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. I don't like this. This is a lot. This is a lot for me. It's a lot. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this game, y'all. I don't know about this game. I don't know. Maybe we can play a Stitch in Time. Okay, it's not a Stitch in Time, it's a Stitch in Time. Speaking of Disney, they closed down the Muppet Show in Hollywood Studios, and that makes me so sad. That's like a classic. I don't know. I don't like the fact that they're erasing Jim Benson's legacy. They are. They didn't continue the Dark Crystal. I didn't even really like the Dark Crystal like that, but that Netflix series, let me put this in context while I get an ad, but like the Dark Crystal. Yeah, they made a Netflix series like with the continuation of this, and I never really liked this show because their noses just freaked me, like their faces just freaked me out. With all due respect, they had weird as fuck faces, okay? But like, you know, the Dark Crystal, and then what was it, Fraggle Rock? They just like, I don't know, I feel like they're not respecting Jim Henson's legacy at all. And then we got the Muppets, but y'all don't do much with the Muppets. I guess Sesame Street? Did Jim Henson start Sesame Street? Yeah, I guess he started Sesame Street, but then they tried to get rid of Sesame Street. Now they're bringing it back. It's just like, I don't like the way y'all are doing my man Jim Henson. He deserves more. He deserves more. Okay, what is this? I hear Stitch in Time, and then I got an ad for... What is this? Final Fantasy? Okay, I don't, you know, I don't be gaming like that. That's why we over here playing Disney Channel shows. Okay, I don't wanna replay. I wanna close. Okay. Okay, I think I know how to play. I don't need to do the instructions. We're gonna go off of a whim. Oh. Maybe we should have read the instructions. Okay. Oh, we only have 3 communicators. What's the sitch? Okay. Okay. What? Hey. Okay. So like, we gotta play again. Okay. Bitch. Okay. So apparently, because I didn't watch. They didn't read the instructions. This is jump, this is left, this is right, this is crouch, and this is like kick. And like, that's what we're doing. Those are the moves. Okay. Oh! What? All right, let me focus. Let me lock in. I guess my question is, how on earth am I supposed to get over there? Okay. Like, how was I supposed to get over here? Do I have to jump on something? You know, I'll keep playing this part until I figure out where I need to go. Okay. Wait, how do I... What do I do? I have to jump on this thing. I think I have to jump on... Okay, but like how? Okay, I'm gonna check the help tab. Okay, all right. Hold up, down to bounce off of objects. Okay, play. Let's try again. Okay. Okay. So it looks like I have to bounce off of this thing, but I don't know how to do it. Call me, beat me, if you wanna reach me, it's okay. Well, Monkey Fist, like, he's... Girl, he's gone, because I don't know how to... Okay, so real talk, I don't know how to, I don't know where to go. I don't know how to get from point A to point B. Maybe I should play another game. Okay, that was a flop. It's okay though, it's okay. Jonas Brothers had a game? Spy Chess? Rico Surf Shop Challenge? Bolt to the Rescue? Chomper? All-Star Cheer? What is this? Is this even like a Disney game? For real, for real?
Adobe Acrobat. You can edit, share, sign PDFs, and more.
Maybe it's time to play Marvel Rivals. Do you think? I don't know.
My word. Well, whatever it is, if it involves
Damn ads.
give it a try.
Why Daisy be giving face all the time, Heike? Like, why she be giving face? She's so cunty. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this is like Dance Dance Revolution. No, because I got it. Is this a new game? Why is it different colors though? Like, why aren't the corresponding colors? Oh shit. Isn't this just basically Guitar Hero but with cheering? Hey. Y'all, I'm hungry. Okay. I'm bored. I want to play Marvel Rivals. This is boring. Okay. Okay, well that was... Okay, Minnie, don't mean mug me, girl. Shit. I don't like her face. I don't know, maybe you should have danced harder. I don't know. Anyway, let's play some Marvel Rivals, and I think I'm gonna end off with Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna end the stream here. Whew. But it has been a time, y'all. It has been a time. Okay, let me turn off my display capture. I'm still here. I don't want you guys seeing my business on Steam. Boeing Air Force One production is facing continued delays because the manufacturer can't consistently hire and retain mechanics. I don't trust Boeing planes. We still riding Boeing in 2025? I was reading that off of my phone. Apparently Boeing is going through it right now. But they've been going through it ever since that dude whistle blew and let them all know, like, hey, Boeing is Boeing is on that shit. Boeing does not.
Welcome one and all to Krakoa.
Okay.
This living island may be a salt.
Boeing be giving them the business. Boeing be out here making broken parts and crashing planes and stuff. It'd be a lot for folks who take Boeing planes. So I don't trust anything like a Boeing plane anymore. I've been so scared to ride a plane. Outside of it, incredibly expensive to just like pay, because I'm not taking Spirit Airlines. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, Spirit Airlines is better. I don't think Spirit Airlines is better. But I don't feel comfortable taking Boeing planes, and then with them getting rid of a lot of people in TSA and getting rid of a lot of people in the Sky Towers, I don't know. I feel like I should just take the train instead. Okay. The train sounds like a fun time. I like long distance trips anyway. Ooh, this is cute. Sue? Okay, girl, look at the slick bag. I see the slick bag. That's cute. That's a cute costume. Future Foundation combo bundle. Is it just them? Oh, this is cute. I wish I could cosplay this. I like the little puffy sleeves. It's just her and the thing. Aww. I love it. I really want to cosplay Psylocke and Invisible Woman, but the thoughty one. What's the thoughty one? Where she's like, it's like evil Invisible Woman. That's the one I want to cosplay. And she has like the leotard. All right. Should I play as her? Should I just play as my trusty dusty cloak and dagger? We got I'm not being a tank, so we're just gonna have to do our best.
Past the halfway point and face it.
Who the fuck is that? Alright, I'm gonna try and talk more while I play this game, but it's really hard to. Hard to play. Who is this? Is Voltron? Ultron. It's Ultron, right? Does he play good? Okay. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get in that orb. Figure out what the fuck is going on.
Feeling good. They've almost got it.
Yeah, get in there. No, I gotta stay over here. I hear that you play this game well as Cloak if you just stay out of the way. You stay out of the way. Oh god, oh god. Oh no, the Hulk. Get away, and now I'm running behind. Oh no, we lost? Shit. Maybe I can play as Invisible Woman. Maybe I won't be as bad if I play as Invisible Woman. Oh, I'm like halfway in a game? Why do they keep doing that?
There's always a spark of light.
Like I'm halfway, like a game has already been played. Like, what?
Cosmic rays didn't make me who I am today. My family did.
Anybody gonna watch the new Fantastic Four movie? God.
May not be perfect, but it's as close as you're gonna get.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Capture the mission area. Okay.
Stand back and let the White Queen show you how it's done.
All right, girl. White Queen. All right, I think I'm supposed to protect her. Okay, wee.
The mission area is yours to capture now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, 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 oh.
Mission area.
Don't Hulk out. No, no. Okay, so we're... Oh shit, that wasn't smart. Sometimes I have really good Invisible Woman days, sometimes I have really bad ones. It just depends on the vibe and how good the other team is. I want to get really good at this game though. I know I have to practice more. Well, I'll have time to practice now that I'm unemployed. Or that I will be unemployed. Shit, oh god, they... Who did that? Oh, I guess it was the Ultron thingy. I guess. I don't know what those things do. Okay. I like when I jump, I turn invisible because I move faster and I'm invisible. Like I like that. I like that. Let me chill with Jeff. Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, okay. 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 Oh no. Ah.
It's clear I'm still needed here. progress has passed the halfway point.
I suppose that helped.
These creatures are not in my database. Energy levels rising.
I got you covered. Psionic surge!
Who's down there? Jeff is down there taking names, kicking ass and taking names. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Squirrel girl, we lost one. We lost a soldier. Okay. Ultron reigns supreme? Okay. Nice. Where is this? Where is she? Oh, she's moving too fast.
Keep your tentacles to yourself, Namor.
Oh, I shouldn't have pushed her away. I guess they got it. I guess they got it. Okay. Oh. Ah. That. Her ult felt personal. I should have killed her. Oh no, we lost the control again. This is such a tight fight. It's okay. No. 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 Oh, we lost. To be fair, I just joined halfway in, so guess it's not the end of the world. Let's go, Ultron. Lock in. Okay. Look at this Hawaiian Jeff. He looks so cute with his brown skin. And then, what is it? Goth? Punk squirrel girl?
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Okay, sure. I think after this, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm very tired. I'm trying to figure out what's a good time to stay on stream. Like if it's 3 hours, if it's 4 hours. I'm just trying to figure out what works for me.
Who wants to see something fantastic?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
OMG, aren't you the cutest little thing ever? Get over here. You should totally join my squad. Squirrel, do you?
Aww. Jeff is so cute when he's on your team. He is not cute when you're playing against him. Gets on my damn nerves.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Hey, quick cue. Does anyone get the feeling that Loki has bigger plans than just ruling Asgard?
Okay, whoa. Let me go behind Invisible Woman. Defend the, or Emma Frost. Defend the tank. Defend the tank. Oh. Okay.
More health is never bad.
Step light, might be more ox.
Clearly you needed some help.
Jeez. just pressing shit at this point. Oh no.
Whee! Moon Knight's Ankh, I presume?
Okay. Let's go, Jeff. Lock in.
Feeling fantastic. Psionic surge! On your ground. They look like they mean business. Control lost!
Oh no, we lost the control. How? How did that happen?
Who am I? Invisible? No worries.
Yeah.
I've got your back. Control seized! You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Ah! Damn it, Moon Knight.
Double KO! It's clear I'm still needed here. Oh, a touch of healing. The area's almost yours. That was fun. Thank you. Vortex field. What am I? Invisible? Just keep fighting until we have a winner.
Ah, shit.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Yay, we got it. I didn't help. I didn't help that much. Yikes. Yikes. Oh no. What's going on with my hair?
Even though you can't see me, I'll still make you believe.
Oh my god. Messed up bangs. Okay, they look a little bit better. What did you eat?
How many people do you get?
30 seconds before you
Like one concurrent viewer. What did you eat?
We escape the connector together. We shall face this new threat.
I enjoyed my meal
As well.
What was it?
Mongolian beef.
From Chinese? From Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, yeah. Mongolian beef. This shit was good.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
We'll do this.
You just walk it off.
You boys and your toys.
God.
You've been going to help.
Aw, Jeff. Aw, Jeff. No. They're fucking us up.
Looks like the mission area is
Who is that? They are pushing.
the mission area.
Yeah, they sure did.
Appreciate it.
Itchy. Oh, whoa, whoa, Jeff.
Score 1 for the squirrels. Psionic surge. They're here.
He's shooting off from all the way over there, though. Okay.
Against the world. I've got you covered. Watch me
Hey.
Control seized.
Yay.
Feeling fantastic. Well done. You belong to me.
No, no, no.
That's better.
Okay, so we gotta go over here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't.
Magic on.
Oh, shit. Is that Moon Knight? Yeah. It's always a Moon Knight. Always gets me.
Thought you wouldn't see me again?
Alright. Hopefully we can win this. Hopefully. Oh, we lost control again.
The enemy has arrived.
You know what? I should do my ult, but I always forget how to do it. I never ult, damn it. Oh, shit. Alright. I'm gonna move to Cloak and Dagger.
Swallow. I'm doing this my way.
We bonked the arm.
They've almost got it!
Good to go.
Watch me go.
Lights out.
Light on the shadow.
Okay, yay. Now I can help, finally. Okay, let me get out of the way. How do we lose the control? Hopefully I get my ult, because I'm about to go in there. Wait, I thought I had it. I thought I had ult. Shit, I didn't. It's okay, I have it now. I have it now. Damn, we lost it.
Light can heal and light can harm. Same with me.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Is that diamond skin of yours actually impenetrable?
I haven't found anything that's been able to damage it yet.
I'm sure I've got something in my arsenal that could do the trick.
Whatever it is, I'd prefer if you aided our opponent's stone.
The battle starts in 5.
I am hungry. I can't wait to have my leftover seafood boil.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Sure. Capture the mission area. Y'all ever see that video of the person who air fried a live crab? Like, he air fried an actual live crab. I don't know. That just seems all different types of inhumane. Okay, I can't be. Gotta stay back here. Oh, no, not all. It's not all of that. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Okay. Oh, damn. Feels bad, man. Oh. We are so hungry. Jeff. I can't. There's no way I can talk during this game, bro. I just can't talk. Who is judge, jury, and executioner? Ain't me. Ah! Is that my team? I don't know.
I'm back to shed some light.
You're welcome. I'll lock in, Squirrel Girl. Okay.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Okay.
Or a diamond.
Trying to pick a good time to use my ult. Oh, yay, we seized it. Yay. No thanks to me. Another cosplay I would like to do is a cloak and dagger cosplay. I would like to see like a reverse of that. I think that would be cute. Like a female dagger and a male cloak. That would be cool.
Blaze of glory.
Watch me soar!
Glory is almost yours.
Okay, so let me just stay here. I need to stay here, okay? I need to stay over here. Stay my ass away from the commotion. Alright. Oh shit. Okay.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
I think we got it. Okay, good. Because I was getting hungry. Us against the world. Yeah. All right. We won. Yay. Okay. Cool. And I played pretty well. So, nice for me. Yay. Victory. Okay. That's a cool skin. I like the Ronin skin. All right, guys. Okay. So I think that's it for me. I am going to pack it in. I am tired. And I'm hungry. So I have leftover seafood boiled to eat. Exit to login. Cancel. Exit to desktop. But this has been great. I actually really enjoyed this one. I really liked my my dank deck. It was or my musty decks is what I'm calling them. Y'all really came through. The few of you that did, I really appreciate it. Again, shout out to Heaven and Cole. You guys are always consistent on all my streams, and I really, really appreciate it. I will be seeing you guys again on Sunday. So I will not be here tomorrow. I need a day in between to rest. And who knows, when they finally pull the plug on my job, maybe I might do like more streams like every other day, 3-4 days a week. I don't know. Depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. I don't want to tire myself out. But this is it, guys. Thank you so much for coming to my stream, for hanging out with me, for watching me, for listening to me rant about whatever I feel is important at the time. I will be ecstatic to see you guys next time. Maybe I'll have a musty deck ready for Sunday. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But overall, the plan, probably some Infinity Nikki, probably some Marvel Rivals, probably a Disney Channel game here or there. Yeah, we'll have a fun time. All right. So without further ado, thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to see you next time. Love you guys. Oh, and if nobody's told you, please drink some water. Don't forget to drink water. Okay. Bye.